What's goody, what's goody, what's goody? Fight fans, what's up with y'all, man? Welcome to the latest edition of We Talking Boxing Live. Kicking it with the homie, Mainman Mademan in the building. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all coolin', man. Look here, man. I miss the versus battle between Ja Rule and Fat Joe. I got to go back and watch that, man. But I got to tell y'all straight like this. When this all went down, the first thing that hit my head was, damn, back to my original question that I had asked on the channel weeks ago. Do y'all think that we would ever get a Jay-Z versus battle? Who is big enough? Who got the catalog? Who got the longevity to throw their hat in the ring with the legendary spitter known as Jay-Z? Is there anybody? Is there any contestants? I'm trying to figure this out. A lot of y'all say, man, it got to be Nas. And I'm saying, well, I don't think Nas got the catalog. He got some classics, yeah. Couple of them. But that don't mean he got the catalog, though. Like, a lot of, it would take a lot of stuff that was just non-commercial stuff from Nas. I wasn't a big fan of a lot of the Nas's commercial shit, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know if he has the catalog. See, Jay got the street bangers and he got the commercial bangers. I think it's too much for Nas. Is there anybody? Nobody listens to Eminem. I don't know. I mean, I've never known one person to ride around to Eminem. So it ain't him. None of us can relate. Doing stuff to your mother and your baby mother and all that shit. Nobody can relate to Eminem. So it can't be Eminem. Who is it? LL Cool J? He the only cat I can think about that got a catalog that can go, like, if you don't want to be 10 songs in and you running dry, right? Because Jay going to give you another 15 more. Is it LL? Nah, it ain't LL. He got too many ladies soft Jones, man. No, it can't be LL. The only other person I could think of, and y'all may not agree, is my main man Scarface. I think we need to put Scarface in there. Scarface, to me, is the only one that can probably deal with Jay. I know y'all may say, well, man, he ain't had no commercial joints yet, but he has so many street joints where everyone gonna know what they are. He has so many hood bangers where I think that, I don't know, man, I just think that he could probably go blow for blow with Jay. I ain't saying he gonna win, but he the only cat that I could think of today that can probably even think about hanging with Jay. I can't think of nobody else. Nas is the closest thing, but I just don't think he got the catalog. I don't know. I don't think we're going to ever get a Jay-Z versus, man. And that's sad. It is what it is. Let's talk some boxing, man. Salute to the fam. Thumbs up, man. Let's get to it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What up? What up? What's going on out there? It is the homie, Mainman Mademan in the building. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. Once again, it's on. Once again, it is an honor and a pleasure. I repeat, a honor and a pleasure to rock out with the boxing fam and the boxing fans. It's Thursday, so you know what that means. It's our time now, man. Salute to all of the fam that's on deck. I see y'all in the building. What's up, man? Thumbs up as you pull up. Salute to everyone that catches this live, and a big salute to everyone that catches this on the playback. Whether you're heading to work, whether you're heading home, whether you're just chilling out for the night and you're taking in the homie Main Man, I really, really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I got the homie Mike Rhyme on deck. Mike, what's up with you? What's going on? Dimitri Cohen, what's up, man? Salute to the fam. Robert Brown, I see you, man. I see you. Yes, sir. Hey, Dimitri Cohen say Snoop Dogg. Why do I always forget about Snoop? Why do I always forget about Snoop? Yeah, that's another. But do Snoop got the catalog? I think, Doggy Style, yeah, that's classic and all that. Murder Was the Case, got a couple on there. After that, when he started doing the No Limit run, he started kind of running a little dry on bangers, you know what I'm saying? And then after that, he linked up with Dr. Dre for like an album. That was a good one. But after that, Snoop just started kind of like, since his early Death Row days. But I hear you, though. That'll be a good one, though. Go blow for blow with Jay-Z. Yeah, that'll be cool. You know what I'm saying? That'll definitely be cool. I got Boxing Hawk 28 on deck. What's up with you, man? What's going on, man? Salute to the fam, man. Salute to all of y'all, man. Y'all know we got a good show planned for everybody. I hope y'all been having a safe week out there. It's been a couple days since I've been up on this jump, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, looking forward to chopping it up with the boxing fans. And at the end of the show, y'all know I'm going to open up the phone lines for anyone that want to call in for any of the stories that we cover today. Anything y'all want to call me about, y'all want to call me up and rag on me about the Shawn Porter and Terence Crawford fight, bring your ass. You know what I'm talking about? That's right. If y'all got something to say to me about Showtime Shawn Porter and Terence Crawford, then come holler at me. Tell me what you think Porter going to do. What you think Porter going to do. You know what I'm saying? Because you can guesstimate all you like, but I think we pretty much in the know what's going to happen. Rec City, Sweet Chin music all day. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how it is. Salah Farah on deck. What's up, Salah? How you doing, family? What's going on? In the house, dropping that boxing knowledge. You already know. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man, we got a jam-packed show, so without further ado, I think we're going to get right into it. No special announcements this week. Only thing I just want everyone to take mind of is that at the end of the show, once again, we will open up the phone lines for anyone who wants to call in. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, let's talk about some quick hits before we get into the main stories, man. And quick hit real quick. Brandon Figueroa versus Stevie Fulton back on for November the 27th. MGM Park Theater, Las Vegas. We know that we know that Brandon Figueroa had pulled out due to the fact he had caught that C19. And we wasn't sure what we was going to get down at 118 pounds. That's a good unification fight right there. A fight that I'm really looking forward to because it give us a hell of a lot of answers down at 118 on who is the real champ. Now, hopefully these two go ahead and get they fight on. And if we lucky, we can get Raees Salim versus the other champion, MJ. You know what I mean? And if they can pull that out, then the winner of those two, make it happen, and we get a supreme champion down at 118 pounds. I'm hoping so. And keep in mind that Raees Salim is the mandatory to that boy MJ. MJ being recognized as the man down there right now because he's the only unified champion. Cool. If Raees Salim wipe him out, man, I want to see a lean pivot to the winner of Fulton versus Figueroa. We know they both rocking out with PBC, so it's easy work, you know what I'm saying? And that's a good-ass fight. That is a good-ass fight. So we back on with this fight. It's going down November the 27th. That's a week after the Bud Crawford and Shawn Porter thing, right? It's like a week later. Yeah, November the 27th. The Saturday after Thanksgiving. So, man, we're going to be eating turkey that week, fight fans. The weekend prior, we're going to have a hell of a pay-per-view, action-packed, maybe even fight of the year. And, damn, we're going to get this on the 27th, man. That's what's up, man. Boxing is trying to pick it back up, and I'm liking that, you dig? So, y'all keep y'all third eye open for this fight. Brandon Figueroa versus Stevie Fulton, man. Great fight. Brandon Figueroa going to get in there, come forward, make it an action-packed fight. Stevie Fulton going to flex them fundamentals, flex that hand speed, flex them skills. And, yeah, man, see if he can come out on top. You know what I'm saying? So we'll talk more about that fight as we get a lot closer. Another quick one, man. Stupid fight. Why did they do this fight? And this is why DAZN ain't grabbing no kind of foothold here in America. For this reason right here. We're going to be getting Derek Chisora versus Joseph Parker 2. I'm going to say that again, fight fans. Derek Chisora versus Joseph Parker 2. So if you didn't fall asleep in the first fight, I guess they're going to make sure that you fall asleep in the second fight. Nobody was asking for this fight. This is a snooze fest of a fight. No one checks for Joseph Parker. And Derek Chisora, we know he's just a local yokel that the UK fans just like to keep around the sport just because he's so entertaining. He be throwing tables and stuff. So, I mean, I get it. He's a fan-friendly local yokel fighter. He ain't never been crap outside the UK. It is what it is. The fact is, no one wants this fight. Why ain't we talking about Joseph Parker versus Joe Joyce? Riddle me that, fight fans. What's up with Joseph Parker, man? Joseph Parker be duck goosing. Joseph Parker do any and everything that Eddie Hearn tell him to do. It's insane. Who the hell asking for this fight? If DAZN is trying to get any sort of foothold here in America, impress the American boxing fans, this ain't it. This ain't it. The UK ain't even asking for this fight. It's a crap fight. No one wants to see. The first one was a snore fest. The first one was boring. Joseph Parker don't got no killer instinct whatsoever. His fights are snooze fests, yet he won't get in there with Joe Joyce. He ducked Deontay Wilder back in the day. He never even thought about coming Deontay Wilder's way when he had a world title. Joseph Parker is duck goose, man. No one wants to see this. I wanted them to feed his ass to Joe Joyce. I thought Joe Joyce would have wiped out Joseph Parker all day. So instead, we're going to get this snooze fest. DAZN, good luck with this one. You dig? Eddie and sent y'all astray with this. Now, we know that Derek Chisora just left David Haye. He's no longer managed by David Haye. David Haye getting bigger fights than Derek Chisora. And he supposed to have been retired. I got David Haye out here doing the circus thing. But shit, he in the mix. He over here in America. He getting his name out there. He calling out Tyson Fury. We know that fight ain't going to ever happen, but he in the mix. As for Derek Chisora, you got left behind, bruh. But I guess you couldn't win. That's what happens when you couldn't win. So it is what it is. Joseph Parker beat him the first time. He probably going to beat him the second time. Who really cares? Boring fight. Dumb fight. No one asks for it. If I got something to do, I'm going to do it. If I can catch it the next day, maybe I'll catch it. So it is what it is. So Derek Chisora versus Joseph Parker going down. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, man. Hey, they need to get somebody over here, you know, from the UK to really become another star. The UK has, since Lennox Lewis, and I always say this, they have failed, unfortunately, to bring another star that can cross the water. Lennox was the last one. He was beloved by the American public. Or should I say, he earned and took the respect of the American public by coming over here and kicking ass and talking that talk. I'm a pugilist specialist. He used to say, I'm a pugilist specialist. No one can match me. And he used to come over here and just put that work in. They ain't seen nothing like it since. I don't know, man. So they need to get it together, man. I mean, this fight is trash. It's super trash, and no one will ask for it. You know what I'm saying? And we're moving right along. You dig? Salute to the fam. I got D-Lo 44 Boxing on deck. What's up with you, man? How you feeling, D-Lo? Salute to my brother D-Lo. Everyone that hears the sound of my voice. Y'all already know. Check the brethren, D-Lo 44 Boxing, man. Coming up on that jigger, fam. You're coming up on that jigger, man. Let's get D-Lo to a jigger, man. He almost right there, bruh. Salute to the fam, D-Lo 44 Boxing, man. Salah Farah. Hey, Salah, what happened to your blue suit, Salah? I don't know, but you got it right back. You know what I'm saying? Salah says that, hey, I tell you what, I think it's going to happen. Showtime Porter will be taken to the hospital to spend the night for his safety. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No question about it. He better have that insurance ready to go. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get interesting. I got a lot of heat for that fight, and I can't wait. We're going to talk more about it later on in the stream. You know what I'm saying? Dimitri Cohen says they love them bar fighters. Yeah, they do. I guess this is a local thing. Maybe I would think this is a local thing. But I don't even think that the UK into this. I don't think this is something that y'all was checking for. Y'all may even ready to wash your hands with Derek Chisora. I don't know. But then again, y'all kept Dave Allen around boxing for as long as y'all kept him around. So maybe, who knows? But I would think it's time to, you know, it's it for Chisora. I got Tyson Fury trying to give him some relevance. Talking about something before he retire, he gonna fight Derek Chisora again. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's something I just don't know from being here in America. I think this is a crap fight. I think they could have did a lot better for Joseph Parker. I think Joseph Parker is just, I don't know what he's doing, to be honest. He ain't pushing up on no champions. He ain't running up on nobody. He ain't putting himself in the mix. He just there. You dig? And ducking Joe Joyce, man, all day. So let's get to it, fight fans. Let's get to some actual stories now. Let's get to these stories. Let me see what's the first one we gonna dig into. All right, I guess we can go here first, man. Matter of fact, no, let's go here. Yeah, let's go here. Let's go here. Let's deal with this one right here first. This is fresh off the wire, hot off the presser, fight fans. Just put this one down right before I hit the record button, man. And I couldn't be more happy to talk about it, truth be told. The WBA making some moves happen at the welterweight division. Fresh off the presser, fight fans, being reported by all of the boxing entities at this present moment. I believe it was Mike Coppinger that dropped this news. I'm not sure, but that's where I believe he was one of the earlier ones. But however, the news is out today. The WBA has ordered a tournament at 147, trying to, compress all of those belts. I couldn't be more happy to hear this news. Word is, your Dennis Ugas has been ordered by the WBA to defend his WBA Super World Welterweight title against his #1 contender, Eimantas Stanionis, within 119 days, part of a 4-person box-off that the sanctioning body is calling for. Mike Coppinger reported that in addition to Ugas fighting Stanionis, they also want WBA regular welterweight champion Jamal James to defend against #5 WBA Radzab Butiev. You know what I'm saying? And for those who know or don't know, I believe that Butiev is coming off of a loss, but given his guy popped, they pretty much gave him the nod to go forward. Now, another bad thing about this is that, the first thing that hit my mind when I thought about all of this collapsing of the belts and how all of these, fights about to happen, allegedly, Michael Fox. First thing that hit my mind, first off, fight fans, and let me get this music out y'all ear. We ain't gonna rock with the music on this episode if it's cool. Hold on one time. Let me get this music out y'all ear. Yeah, man, the first thing that hit my brain was Michael Fox, fight fans. And I'm like, damn, dog, like if Michael Fox they would have gave him the win the way he earned his win, he would have became the WBA interim champion. And if they are collapsing all of these belts, that means that Michael Fox, my homie from Forestville, Maryland, right down the road. I used to live in Forestville at once upon a time. That's 15 minutes away from me. Michael Fox from Forestville, Maryland, man, would have been getting a shot, more than likely at Jamal James for the WBA regular. But he would have got a shot. So that's the only bad side to all of this, fight fans, is that Michael Fox, what happened to him with the false scoring, he really beat that boy Maestre, and now we see why they wanted that boy Maestre to win. The WBA collapsing all of these belts, and they lining up behind Maestre the way they were. Well, he would have been getting probably a world title shot. Who knows? They might would have upped him to face your Dennis Ugas. Who knows? So it's unfortunate that Michael Fox got left out in the cold. We know they try to rectify the situation or something like that, you know what I'm saying? In which at the end, they never gave Michael Fox the win for that fight. And most importantly, they stripped Gabriel Maestre of that WBA interim, which no longer exists. And they never gave it to Michael Fox. So the belt doesn't exist. He loses out on an opportunity, and we dealing with the 4 that we just named. But what about this fight right here, though? Your Dennis Ugas versus Stanionis. This is the one. As for the Butiev fight, whatever. This one right here, though. Now, this is the fight. How the hell is Stanionis getting a world title shot before Boots? How the hell is Stanionis getting a world title shot before Virgil? Stanionis getting a world title shot. And not at the regular, but at the super. Now, you got to wonder, will Manny Pacquiao come out and try to wreck the plans here? Because they said that the fight got to happen within 119 days. That's what, 3.5, 4 months, somewhere around there. If Manny Pacquiao steps in, say, hey, I'm coming back to fight in December, and I want to go up against your Dennis Ugas because he got me on an 11-day short notice. I wasn't properly prepared. My legs were cramping, so I went out into the ocean and took a swim in the ocean again, into the salt water, and now my legs ain't cramped up no more. So what if he come back with something like that? What they going to do? They going to pluck Pacquiao, say, Pacquiao, you sharp? They ain't, or what they going to do? I wonder. I got a feeling they're going to go full steam ahead with this. Why? Because the PBC has been giving Stanionis a hell of a lot of airtime. Look at his fight fans. He's been on PBC, on Fox, like undercard after undercard. He was fighting during the lockdowns and all that. They kept him fighting. And it's like they invested a lot of time into Stanionis out of Lithuania. I've been learning more and more about him. The fam on the channel, y'all fans of this cat. The more I take in on him, he's still young, but he's something. This fight going to be interesting. I see an action-packed fight right here. Stylistically, this is a hell of a fight. Stylistically, fight fans, this is a hell of a fight. Real spill. Slim, Stanionis, inside fighter, likes to press his way to the inside. When he gets to the inside, he becomes explosive to a certain degree. Dig, combinations, boom, boom, boom. I mean, he lets his hands fly on the inside. A lot of people look at the maybe Tomas Delorme fight and say, hey, look like Tomas was kind of piecing him up with some good counterpunching. Tomas was counterpunching him in bunches, and it proved to be effective against Stanionis. But Stanionis, after that fight, said he fought that whole fight with a broken right hand. You could believe it, whatever. If that was the case, he fought, and he was swinging that left a hell of a lot during that fight. But Stanionis is explosive on the inside, and we all know that your Dennis Ugas, physically strong, good body puncher on the inside. This is the same fighter that welcomed Shawn Porter. Say, bring your ass in here. I got something for you. You want to come on up in my house? Then come on up in here. I got something for you. We can wrestle. We can do it all. Because your Dennis Ugas is physically strong. So I see a bang-em fight on the inside. Stanionis is a bit flat-footed. He's not a twinkle toes by far. He's coming in, shelling up with the high guard, looking to absorb punches on the side, and once he get within range, looking to catch and shoot, looking to go downstairs. Very good body puncher and explosive on the inside, at least against the competition that he's been in there with. I mean, he tees off on the inside. And so that's why I say this is going to be an action-packed fight. Now, this is one of those situations where we are going to find out how good Stanionis really is if we get this fight fans. But we are going to find out how good he really is. This is the toughest opponent, hands down, that he's been in the ring with. He's came up. He's been getting good experience. He's been put through the ring. That Delorme fight was tough for him. And Delorme is a tough cookie anyway. I mean, he could be beat, yeah, but to beat him, you got to beat him. Tomas is a very action-packed fighter himself. And I believe Jerome Boots Ennis going to have to fight Tomas Delorme next. He got his hands full. Now, you see what Stanionis did to him. He had to fight him with one hand. Tough fight. But he made it through. I'm expecting Jerome Boots to wipe him out. I'm expecting Boots to make the statement. And that statement going to be, I see him stopping Delorme. You know what I'm saying? That's the statement he needs to be to surpass this dude Stanionis. But Stanionis, people got him in position. And now we talking about Ugas versus Stanionis, bruh. This going to be a good fight. And I'm telling you, it ain't one of them things where, they just might look out and cheat Stanionis because Ugas, they want the bigger fight going. No, that's not the case, fight fans. The PBC have been putting this kid on. He got a fan-friendly style. They think they can rack up some ratings with the way this kid fights because they constantly putting him on TV. So I don't think they invested in that much and giving him that much airtime if they just wanted to take him out of there. Nah, I don't think so. I think this is a real live fight and may the best man win. I see this fight right now. I guess I want to say 50. I'm favoring Ugas because I just don't know how good Stanionis is right now. I got to learn. I got to find out. I'm not going to try to put the cart before the horse. We've done that too many times and fell short. Oh, a young fighter coming up through the ranks. He's looking good. He's blazing through fighters. And we just automatically assume that he's going to do that on the top floor. Nah, don't work that way. Knockout started to go down. Not nearly as explosive. Getting a lot of pushback. Being put on his heels. Certain situations. We learned this about Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois was looking like the goods, right? Until he ran into Slow Joyce, who put that juggernaut jab on him and shut him down. And then we learned, oh my goodness, when he get put into a pressure situation, he folded. He folded. So I'm not saying it's going to happen with Stanionis. I'm saying we don't know. And I'm saying that I know what kind of style he employs. It ain't going to be a twinkle toes fight fans. I don't even think that, like, even with Shawn Porter, how Shawn Porter likes to fight on the inside and then kept getting, nah, I don't think if Stanionis is taking incoming fire, trying to get next to Ugas, he going to keep coming. This is the way I see him fighting. And he's young. Ugas got a good jab, good 1-2 or whatever, but his hands get back slow. I just wonder how that looks. If his hands doesn't get back fast enough, Stanionis is a catch-and-shoot fighter. He's an inside fighter. If Ugas' hands, if he overshooting jabs or if he missing jabs, Stanionis can make him pay. And when he gets, I'm telling y'all, man, when he gets inside, he's explosive. So I'm looking forward to this. I think Dennis Ugas will have his hands full. It's very unfortunate because Dennis Ugas got this belt. Okay, he got the Pacquiao fight on short notice. But did he really get a chance to really make some money? I mean, yeah, I know he got paid okay for the Pacquiao fight, but he ain't really getting a chance to maximize. Like, he getting thrown right back into the fire. They not doing him like they did Keith and Earl and all of them. Like, okay, you done had a tough fight. We're going to give you a little touch or whatever like that. They giving him a young, hungry fighter. Starving. Ugas, you pull this out, bro, you get respect. Put the pup in his place. See if let this pup know it ain't like that on the top floor. This is the red air. You got to let it be known, Ugas. Are you here to stay? Or are you just here temporary? Are you here to stay, Ugas? Or are you here temporary? This kid can upset the plans. So this is going to be a good fight. I like what the WBA did here. They collapsing belts. And they saying that the winner of this fight will face the winner of the Jamal James and Boutier fight. So after that, we should have one champion at 147 pounds. And that's one WBA belt. That's what they're trying to get done here. I ain't mad at that. You know what I'm saying? See what the fam talking about. What y'all think about this fight, man? What y'all think about this fight? Salute to the homies, man. Salute to everyone. D-Lo44 Boxing says they got to keep Parker busy. He's still being compensated for handing AJ his belt. Is that what it is? It's like Eddie Hearn just looking all out for him, champ. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, Derek Chisora, he just trying to catch a check. He'll take anything they throw him. But Joseph Parker, man, he in lockstep with Eddie Hearn. I mean, anything Hearn tell him to do, he do it. Give up your belt, he'll give up the belt. He'll do anything. He'll fight anybody. Long as Eddie tell him to do it. It's a shame, bro. It's a shame. It's a shame. D-Lo says, man, if Bud starts styling on Porter, man, you best believe Porter will activate them shoulders and crown of the head. That's all fine. He can get dirty. He can get all that dirt. Jeff Horn thought he can get dirty. Jeff Horn thought, I'm going to fight him dirty. Let's make it a dirty, rough, tough fight. My man Terence Crawford can operate in that world. Man, look, Shawn Porter, look, man, we're going to get there. But Shawn Porter, man, he got a lot of limitations. I'm sorry. Shawn Porter don't win on the top floor. We're going to go there, fight fans. Oh, we're going to go there. We're going to act like that we don't see a pattern with Shawn Porter. All of a sudden, when it comes to Terence Crawford, we forget the pattern. We forget the pattern. That Shawn Porter doesn't beat the elites. Oh, we forget the pattern. Oh, man, he does a lot of tough fights. He ain't winning. Who he beat? Best opponent is Devin Alexander. That's his best win. That was in 2013. You might say, well, who Bud beat? Bud beat Kell Brook. And we moving right along. You know what I'm saying? The only moves I want the WBA to make is for them to move their ass right out of boxing. How about them? Hey, the WBC ain't doing no better. Look at what they doing to Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Look at Ryan Garcia. I got Ryan Garcia out here shooting shots at Tank, not even mentioning Devin Haney. I got JoJo Diaz in the mix. He talking about Ryan. WBC just sitting back waiting for Devin to move up. Shit, they ain't no better. WBC and WBA. Which way do you turn? You know what I'm saying? Which way do you turn? Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Sounds like a waste of 2 fights. James versus Ugas makes more sense. Didn't they already go at each other, though? Nah, I mean, I like this fight, bro. I like this Stanionis fight. I think y'all, if Stanionis is a threat, I think y'all are really Y'all need to look at Stanionis as a threat. He's young, and he's supposed to be one of the young future fighters that's supposed to be making a splash in the boxing. He's fighting explosively. He's getting these dudes out with explosive punching. Ugas is up there in age. Can he hang with this kid? Ugas is a slow-paced fighter. He'll slow it down, fight you to his pace. He's going to have to dictate on this kid. He's going to have to. And I don't think it's going to be smart for Ugas to stand in that one place and try to wave him in and welcome him in. This kid ain't no joke on the inside. This ain't Porter. He don't smother his work. He's a precise puncher on the inside. I'm just saying. And he's a hard puncher. Explosive. I think Ugas got his hands full if we get here, fight fans. Real spill. Good afternoon, main man. Happy for Whyte and Wallin matchup all day. Let's get to that fight, man. So we know we got this, man. WBA ordered a welterweight tournament, you know what I'm saying, between all 4 of these fighters. I'm liking the fact that we collapsing belts. You know what I'm saying? This is great news in the sport of boxing. This is an action-packed fight. I'm hoping that they put this on regular TV, or if they do put it on an undercard of a pay-per-view or whatever the case, so be it. But I'm hoping that this card, because they've been putting Stanionis on TV a lot, so I'm hoping that this card makes it to PBC on Fox or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody trying to hear no pay-per-view jazz when it comes to this, man. So let's move on to the next story, shall we? Let's move on to the next story. And that is, with the homie just brought up just now, I want to get to that, man. I want to get to that, man. Y'all heard this fight just recently been announced right here, fight fans. Going down October the 30th, O2 Arena in London. Dillian Whyte will be putting his WBC interim championship on the line and mandatory position to the WBC champion on the line to go out and face Otto Wallin at the O2 Arena in London, man. I'm going to tell y'all, man, this is a damn hell of a fight. According to the reports, man, Dillian, the body snatcher Whyte, will be defending his WBC interim heavyweight title against number 12 IBF Otto Wallin on October the 30th at the O2 Arena. It says that Otto Wallin, who's coming off 2 recent wins, has been proven that his performance against Tyson Fury was not a fluke, scoring a stoppage over Travis Kaufman, which I do think that he took it real light on Travis Kaufman, fight fans. Travis Kaufman, and also against Dominique Brazil. So he's coming off 2 back-to-back wins. And Otto Wallin, and I've always been saying this after each of his fights, every fight he looked like he's getting better and better and better. I mean, ever since the Fury fight, which he looked decent in the Fury fight, but I just thought that he's showing his level, like where he at. And he's showing that cats like Kaufman and cats like Dominique Brazil, you know what I'm saying? These dudes ain't even on nowhere near on this level. He is one of those boxing heavyweights in Otto Wallin. And this is a very interesting fight. And I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all, fight fans. I'm leaning towards Wallin. I think Wallin can pull off the upset here. I really do. I think that Otto Wallin can pull off the upset, man. I truly do. Otto Wallin is an anomaly, bro. He got good stamina. He can box. He's big. He's tall. 6'5", 6'6", southpaw with boxing ability. Even in the Tyson Fury fight, like when Tyson had to eventually take the fight to Otto Wallin because he got cut and he was probably down on the cards, who knows? After he got cut and then Otto Wallin tried to rake his cut. Remember, he tried to rub the back of his boxing glove on Tyson Fury's cut. It like did something to Tyson Fury. It like turned him on. And it made Tyson Fury become much more aggressive towards Otto Wallin. And the only reason that Tyson Fury beat Otto Wallin is because he started laying on him and putting all that weight on him and tying him up constantly and kind of weighing him down. Y'all know that thing that Tyson Fury liked to do. And eventually Wallin got tired. But the thing is that Wallin caught a second win got his legs back up under him, got his wind back, and he hurt Tyson Fury in the final round. I mean, he had Tyson Fury literally hurt in the 12th round. Otto Wallin ain't no joke. I used to make fun of Wallin all the time before I knew who he was. Now I take him extremely seriously. And I think he's a major threat to Dillian Whyte. A major threat. Now, this is a very, very risky fight. Now, my question is, I almost wonder, because Dillian has been boxing better. We seen that against Alexander Povetkin where he came slimmed down, best shape that I've seen Dillian Whyte in years. And he came back as a boxing version of himself, using his jab more and so on and so forth. But Alexander Povetkin was a 40-year-old. He still knocked Dillian Whyte ass out, but he was a 40-year-old. He couldn't pick up the pieces in that second fight. And Dillian was kind of cruising in the first fight until Povetkin snuck that sneaky little uppercut in there. So, I mean, Dillian's been boxing well himself, but I don't think he outboxes Otto Wallin. I just don't see it. Wallin is big. He's 6'5", like I said, and he's moving. Big-time fundamentals. Big-time fundamentals. Dillian Whyte will have to manage his conditioning. I mean, his conditioning going to have to be on point. You cannot get tired, because when you get tired against Wallin, he turns up. He's an active heavyweight. He's not one of these big sloth heavyweights that's punching one time here, one time there. Nah, Otto Wallin, he putting them together. I mean, he's putting them together, fight fans. I mean, I'm sorry, bro. I think that Wallin can pull this out. We gotta tell me where I'm going wrong. You know what I'm saying? Mike Rhymes says, yo, controversial losses against the top fighters is totally different from fighting nobody. If everybody fought everybody at the top, they would have a loss. I guess you consider Kell Brook the top, right? Because Kell Brook ain't beat nobody else but Shawn Porter. I'm just saying, though. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, with this fight right here, bro, I'm telling y'all, man, I think Dillian Whyte might mess around and come up short, bro. I think he is going to mess around and come up short. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think that Otto Wallin is going to have to use his footwork on Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte tends to get flat-footed sometimes. His hands, he likes to use his jab. His jab got a long reach on it. And he likes to boxes from a stationary position more so. He's not a mover boxer. He's not a mover and jabber. As for Otto Wallin, that's exactly how he fights. He moves and punches. He moves and punches. That's not Dillian Whyte. He's more of a stationary guy that's trying to box you stationary. Now, eventually, whenever Dillian Whyte felt like he got you, he ain't got no problem with trying to rush you. But I'm telling you, if Dillian Whyte tries to rush Otto Wallin and is not successful, and he got to take time off from that fight, Otto Wallin going to box his face off. I'm telling y'all real spill. Otto Wallin going to box his face off. I'm favoring Wallin in this for the upset. I think that I'm surprised that Dillian Whyte took this fight, truth be told. Otto Wallin was dying for a fight like this. We've been seeing Otto Wallin on PBC cards. To see him heading over there to DAZN, Sade, he going for it. And he messed around and knocked off Dillian Whyte. I'm telling y'all some real spill, man. He used his height. He uses his jab. Like I say, Dillian Whyte got a long jab, but the difference is Wallin moves. He ain't going to stand still. This ain't Alexander Povetkin, where Dillian Whyte can stand there and jab Povetkin because Povetkin's movement was so limited. He was so heavy and flat-footed himself. This ain't that dude, Joe. He is not going to be easy for him to find. And Wallin can punch and put them together. He took it real light on Travis Kaufman. You know, him and Travis Kaufman, I think, are friends. Bro, I think he felt bad for the punishment he was putting on Travis Kaufman. But then again, Travis Kaufman is trash, but still. Took it light on that dude. Man, Dominique Brazil came in there swinging for the fences against Otto Wallin, trying to knock Wallin's head off. Man, Wallin got defense. He got head movement, all that. He's a good boxer. Southpaw, strong left hand. I'm telling you, it was the left. He cut Tyson Fury with a punch. He didn't cut Tyson Fury with no headbutt. He cut Tyson Fury with a left hook right there on the button. Bam, and opened Tyson Fury all the way up. He can punch. And he's an anomaly. Dillian Whyte going to have to be the best version of himself. This is a dangerous-ass fight. Dillian Whyte get knocked off here, man, he ain't going to never forgive himself. This is his first fight over there on DAZN. So this is, you know, Eddie got him over there on DAZN. But, yo, if he lose this fight, he ain't going to never forgive himself. You know what I'm saying? Real spill, man. Wallin hasn't shown a left hook / uppercut capable of knocking out White. It's 50-50 until I see the weigh-in. Nah, I don't think he like going in there to knock. I think he outboxes him. I think he outboxes White till White starts to tire. White gonna have to start trying to rush Wallin. Like I say, Tyson Fury, who was getting outboxed by Wallin, the only way he started to become successful was he had to put his weight on Wallin. He had to put that big frame and lay on Wallin and smother him constantly. It was the only way that Tyson Fury was going to find a way to victory. If Tyson Fury would have continued to box that fight like he did in the beginning of that fight, he would have lost. Because he was getting outboxed. Wallin's head movement was on point. Every fight since that fight, I've been seeing Otto Wallin has been looking good. That's why I think PBC been keeping him around. I'm telling you, Joe, I think this is going to go left. I think this is going to go left. Uriel Thomas on deck. What's up with you? I got the DMV on deck. Stand up. You know what I'm saying? What's up with you, man? How you feeling? How you feeling? Yes, sir. D-Lo44 Boxing says, I like Delorme's work over Stanionis. He showed me that Stanionis is not just yet. Stanionis claimed he had a broken hand in that fight. He claims he had a broken right hand and he had to fight only with the left. That was an excuse. And Delorme did show a lot of stuff. Combination punching was the key for Delorme. He was just as explosive as Stanionis was in that fight. But my thing is with Ugas, is Ugas an explosive style fighter? He's more patient. It's going to be an interesting fight. I'm leaning Ugas. I'm definitely leaning Ugas. But I just think that he got his hands full. He got a young, hungry fighter that's trying to make a name for himself. This is the biggest opportunity to date for Stanionis. And there's a lot of boxing fans high on Stanionis. I'm just saying. So I've been waiting for the moment to be impressed by the kid. It looked like that moment about to be coming real soon. You know what I'm saying? Real soon. Boxing Hawk 24 says, nah, Dillian don't be getting beat up. Dillian is going to spot Otto and outbox him. But it will be tricky because he is bigger and a southpaw and a mover. And a mover. When the last time Dillian Whyte fought a mover? I can't think. When the last time he fought a real live mover? Like, I'm telling you, Wallin is bringing something different to the heavyweight division. Just like what Tyson Fury bring or what Oleksandr Usyk brings, a boxing heavyweight in today's era of heavyweights where you got very few of them. You got to wonder what a boxing heavyweight that's groomed for that style, how they perform against these big, oversized heavyweights that's just strong and load up on shots. Some say, well, man, you know, skills don't pay the bills at heavyweight, man. They got to be power. Wallin ain't got power. And he's a southpaw. When the last time Dillian seen a southpaw? Oh, this is a threat. This is a heavy threat to Dirty Dillian. I'm telling you, and if he messed this up, damn, he gone to the bench, shorty. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it 100. D-Lo44 Boxing in that super chat. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro. Much love at 607. Salute. Okay, I got to go back and hear what I said, bro. Salute to you, man. Salute to you, man. I appreciate you. I got my brother, my main man, 100 grand on deck. Stormy B, man. What's up with your fam? What's up to my man Stormy B, man, on deck, man? He say Wallin is going to beat the hell out. He say Wallin beat the hell out of Brazil, and Whyte was afraid to take on Brazil. Wallin wins. I'm with you, Stormy. I think Wallin pulling this out, bro. I think Wallin pulling this out. Think of when, I'm telling fight fans, when has Dillian seen anything like Wallin? Even in the Anthony Joshua fight. Nah. Oscar Rivas. Nah. Now, Joseph Parker maybe, but Parker ain't got no heart. No killer instinct. Parker is the perfect gentleman. Joseph Parker looks both ways before he crosses the street. Joseph Parker don't curse. He don't swear. He don't do nothing. He put pots in his head with a comb. That's Joseph Parker. So, I mean, yeah, but he ain't seen nothing like Wallin. I'm telling y'all. This is going to be something different for Dillian Whyte. If he handles Wallin, easy work, I will be impressed. Because I like Otto Wallin. And I think he brings something very dynamic in the era of heavyweights where we can count on one hand of how many of them really got a lot of boxing all-around ability. A lot of these guys picking up boxing late. Their former football players or something, you know what I mean? Or they're not groomed to be fundamentally sound like that. And this is one. So I'm dying to see how Dillian gonna deal with this. Real spill. Hey, hold on, fight fan. Let me turn my light on. Just realized my light was out. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, fight fans, I think this is a humongous threat, and I'm favoring Otto Wallin in this fight. I'm definitely favoring Otto Wallin. Now Dillian Whyte, like I said, I think his best bet is to manage his conditioning and his win more than anything. And I almost wonder, will he need a knockout on Wallin to win? Because if Tyson Fury couldn't outbox Wallin, and I've seen fighters now trying to charge him and come at him full speed and throw everything but the kitchen sink at him, and I see his head movement, his defense is good enough to stay out of harm's way. I'm just saying. I mean, will he need a knockout? Can y'all see him outboxing Otto Wallin? Can y'all see Dillian Whyte outboxing Otto Wallin? I don't think that nobody can. And I think most of y'all are going to say he needs a knockout. But I want to see it. I want to see it. He got his hands full. And if I'm Dillian Whyte, I'm like, oh, Eddie, I thought you were going to get me Chris Arreola. Because at first they were talking about Chris Arreola. Whatever happened to Dillian Whyte making the splash here in America? I thought they were supposed to have been setting him up to come here to America. I guess that fell short too, right? Now they found Otto Wallin. This is interesting. And this could be seen as some sort of play maybe, because you know Wallin does business with PBC. Bro, I'm telling you, Wallin might be the undercover agent to go out there and knock old Whyte. And Whyte been waiting since 2019 for that chance. Crazy. Pooh Dangles. I got Pooh Dangles on deck. What's up with your Pooh Dangles? He say that Whyte is whack, low key. all day his ass is whack. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I'm not trying to, you know, have no bias against him or whatever, because y'all pretty sure y'all know the reason why. This is a sworn enemy of Bomb Squad. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I just don't. I mean, Dillian Whyte, I'm not a fan. Like, I just never have been, and I just think that he's very, very limited. I like his heart. But skill-wise, he just don't got it. And his stamina's always been suspect to me. You dig? So I think if the 40-year-old Alexander Povetkin can sneak a sneaky little uppercut in there and make him look like a question mark, because he looked like a question mark when he was going down, I think Wallin can box his face off and finish him. Tell me why I'm going wrong if I'm going wrong. You know what I'm saying? Marius Wack was abusing Dillian Whyte. He has not had a cakewalk versus the 40 and Nova club, not named Luis. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Man, ain't want no work with Luis Ortiz, right? Well, okay, cool. Got your hands full right here. I would like to see Otto Wallin versus Luis Ortiz. That would have been a good fight, too. Luis Ortiz is a boxing big man, but he doesn't move nearly as good as Wallin. Wallin is an anomaly. I'm telling you, him, Usyk, and Tyson Fury are the moving heavyweights. You don't see many of them nowadays. Jared Anderson, look at the future. F.A. Ajagbe. Look at that. Joe Joyce. Look at these dudes. These dudes ain't movers. These dudes are big, tall sloths, big punches. Who else we talking about? What's the kid? Daniel Dubois. These ain't movers. There's only three. And that's Wallin, Fury, and Usyk. We see the success that Fury's had thus far. We seen what Wallin has done thus far. We haven't been yet to see what Usyk has done. We're going to see pretty soon. And I'm telling y'all, and look at Anthony Joshua got this slim down, lose all of that because he knows that's a mover. I can't sit there and gain no weight and have no muscles on top of me and try to rush people. Nah. These dudes are movers. You got to be ready to take on that. You think of like Deontay Wilder. He's a wiry type dude. He's a wiry. So for Tyson Fury to be moving and all that, it's good for Deontay Wilder to keep the weight slim so he can move with his ass and not get tired. He prepared himself for that. Now, if Deontay Wilder was getting in there with a Dominique Brazil or Dillian Whyte or somebody who ain't moving much, oh, shit. The right hand gonna line up all day. But when you got a man that's moving, switching them angles, changing the distance constantly, and doing it for mostly the whole entire fight, a lot of these heavyweights ain't gonna know how to deal with that. Especially if your body ain't gonna let you. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Stormy say, yo, man, if Parker took on Wilder, he wouldn't need a comb to part his hair. The bronze bomber will part the sucker's skull. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Yeah, Dominique Brazil walk around with a comb in his back pocket, bro. You know what I'm saying? He put the part right there on the corner, too. You know what I'm saying? And it start like at the front of his headline and go all the way like to the back of his neck. Like he do like a big, long, bam-ass part. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Ronald, Adjison, what's up, man? What's up, man? Let me get my man a blue suit ASAP, man. Hold up, man. Salute to my brother Ronald Adjison on deck, man. What's up, man? What's up with you, man? Let me give you one ASAP, man. That's my man right there. What's up with you, bro? What's up? Hey, I know you've been watching that Gary, all the Gary news, bro. We still waiting on Gary fight, Mo. I know you've been taking in Gary Antoine. You know what I'm saying? What's up with you, man? He say, man, this dude hasn't been in fight shape in forever, say Ronald, man. Yeah, exactly. Who you talking about, Dillian Whyte? He came up, he got in shape for Alexander Povetkin. I will give him that. He got in shape for Alexander Povetkin, but I just think what I saw in that fight was a guy who fought a 40-year-old who didn't move much. And Dillian Whyte himself don't move much. So, like, it was almost as if Povetkin stood right there in front of him to be hit. That's not going to be Wallin. That's not going to be Wallin, fight fans. And I'm being honest. I think styles make fights. This is going to be a very dangerous style for Dillian Whyte. Tyson Fury ain't get lumped up that way for nothing. I learned about Wallin, and Wallin is the goods. We'll see, fight fans. We'll see. If Parker, we already read that. Yeah, he say, man, True and Dillian footwork is trash, his boxing hog. Yeah, his footwork is trash. And Otto Wallin is going to be moving. He's never stopped moving. He is an active heavyweight. Like, if he ain't moving, he fainting. If he ain't fainting, he trying to put the jab on you. If he puts you back on your heels, he coming forward. I've seen him in every mode. And he does all of this while boxing. I just don't know if Dillian can handle that right now. I just don't think he's ever faced as good as a boxer as Wallin. When I look through his resume, aside from the people he lost to, he ain't faced a good as boxer as Wallin. I think Wallin will beat Joseph Parker. So we'll see. We'll see, fight fans. Big ass sloths. Yeah, that's exactly what they are, man. That's exactly what they are. Hey, man, Force Ghost Fabio says, Luis Ortiz is almost as old as Holyfield. Man, hey, look, Luis Ortiz is like King Hippo off of Mike Tyson Punch-Out. Remember on King Hippo where it looked at his age and it was like a bunch of question marks right there? Hey, look, man, we're going to start calling Luis Ortiz King Hippo. I don't know how old he is. All I know is he's still fighting his ass off. You know what I'm saying? All day. So, fight fans, check this out right here. This is going to be a very interesting situation once again. Otto Wallin versus Dillian Whyte going down October the 30th, man. O2 Arena. As we get a lot, well, shit. We about a month and some change, month and a half out. So, when we get a little closer to this, man, we definitely going to bring this up a lot closer. But I like this fight added to the addition of already upcoming fights. I think this is a great addition. You throw this in the mix with all of the upcoming heavyweight fights. Joshua and Usyk, of course, Wilder and Fury. Throw this one in the mix right here, man. And I like where we at. Man. I like all of the fights that's starting to come out, man. Boxing is starting to get his act together, or trying to. Keep on. Keep up the good work. Don't just give us a little something, and think that we're going to be over. No, you got to keep this shit going. They're going to have to keep it going. Keep giving us good matchups. The best fighting the best. And in this case, I like it because this is a certified threat to Dillian Whyte, and he can lose a hell of a lot here. It will be super embarrassing. I mean, super embarrassing if Dillian Whyte loses this and doesn't get his chance at the WBC championship. That would be super embarrassing. And y'all must excuse me if I laugh. You know what I'm saying? Let's move on to the next one, man. But interesting fight, and we'll definitely talk more about this one on the channel, man. So let's keep it pushing to the next thing. Now, let's talk about this real quick. Tyson, the Tipsy King Fury. So I'm sure y'all seen the recent interview that's going around YouTube with this dude, Tyson Fury, right? Now, Tyson Fury, the one where he walking on the beach and all of that in Morecambe, you know what I'm saying? I forget what channel that was. So whoever it was, salute to them, you know what I'm saying? But Tyson Fury just came out in recent interviews, and he let something out that I thought that was very, very interesting, you know what I'm saying? And this kind of couples what Deontay Wilder has been saying in his interviews. Now, we heard Deontay Wilder tell everyone that Tyson Fury can't go nowhere. And if Tyson Fury tries to back out of this fight, well, he's going to have to pay me a lot of money. And on top of that, he's going to have to relinquish his title. So, as you can see from what I got on the quote right here, Tyson Fury during this interview, this is the quote that he says. He says, "Do you know what the suing case if I don't fight him? $80 million, end quote. What he is saying is if he backs out of this fight, that Deontay Wilder and his people and his team of lawyers or whomever it may be, well, they got an $80 million lawsuit waiting on his ass if he tries to back out. I mean, I'm like, whoa. When I heard him say that, I said, oh, you ain't going nowhere, bruh. You ain't going no damn where. $80 million? Salute the bomb squad, team bomb squad, for putting that in place and scanning his ass. Because, and also what he said is something that we've been preaching heavy here on the channel, which I'm glad that he said it, so now maybe people can hear it and stop banging on this drum. And that is the fact about the WBC belt. And like I've said this before in the past, it doesn't matter if Tyson Fury attempts to drop his WBC. It doesn't mean jack crap. The contract is with Fury, not with the WBC. So if Fury was to kick his WBC to the side and think he's doing something smart and cute, or at least he thought he was at once upon a time, well, guess what? He still will have to fight Deontay Wilder just without the belt. The contract doesn't go anywhere. And these are the words of Tyson Fury. So I'm glad that he came out during this interview and let the world know, I can't, even if I abandon my belt, it doesn't mean nothing. Contracts are contracts. There's nothing I can do about it. Now, during this interview, he tried to frame it as if Anthony Joshua and that whole side were all the ones that were responsible and clout chasing on his name and knew that he had to go and face Deontay Wilder. I screamed B.S. Remember? Daniel, my boy. You got it done. Remember that? That wasn't Anthony Joshua. That was you jumping out there, giving Daniel Kinahan props for put together the fight. Daniel, my boy. They got your dumb ass in documentaries now airing out your boy. Because maybe Kinahan ain't wanted to be out there. Like, it was Tyson Fury loud ass. Daniel, my boy. It was Tyson Fury running around talking about, I'll never fight Deontay Wilder again because of the things that he said about Mark Breland and blah, 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 blah. I'll never fight him. I'll never fight him. But he trying to make it like it was Anthony Joshua and them clout chasing him, and he never had no intentions of walking away from Wilder. We know that's all B.S. Then they let the contract expire, and they had me in arbitration, and there's nothing I can do. I can't go nowhere. I can't go. You can never go nowhere, bruh. You knew that, but you tried. And you got a little too happy too fast. That Daniel, my boy video ain't going to never be gone nowhere. It's going to be here to the ends of the earth. Everyone's going to remember it. You are the one that was celebrating thinking that Deontay Wilder was in your rear view. And now you walking on the beach like you in the Water Runs Dry Boys the Men video or something. You walking along the beach like you ain't do nothing wrong here. Miss us with that, bruh. And what the hell is Sugar Hill? What the hell is Sugar? We ain't been seeing you kicking with Sugar lately. You know, ever since your pops came out and said that the American establishment doesn't want you to win again. And that's why he wanted you back home and everything like that, because he felt as though that the American boxing establishment wanted to take it away from you. Did you include Sugar? Riddle me that. I just wondered, because I don't see you and Sugar. You talking to him on the phone, huh? He ain't over there with you, though. Y'all working on game plans without Sugar? For real? $80 million. Now, y'all see up there, I got September the 15th with a question mark beside it. Today is September the 16th. So we don't want to be hearing nothing. We know what that meant with the arbitrator's deadline. We know that the arbitrator's decision said that their rematch had to happen by September the 15th. So we're hoping that no funny business happens now that we are beyond September the 15th. But for him to come out in these quotes and say, I got an $80 million lawsuit waiting for me if I try to pull away from Deontay Wilder. Well, all of you boxing publications that's writing about Fury and Joshua like it's going out of style, read this shit. All of you boxing publications that got a million articles out here about Joshua and Fury, why I have no idea when Joshua got a fight upcoming and Tyson Fury has a fight upcoming. But y'all just keep on pressing on the presses. Y'all just keep on pressing on the presses, don't y'all? Well, read it and weep. He ain't going nowhere, man, unless he try to pull some slick stuff. But he ain't going nowhere. $80 million. You got to pay that man. And it's going to be a bad look to have to give up that and your belt to stay away from Bomb Squad. I'm glad that the $80 million is so high, because if not, that's Tyson. I felt as though Tyson Fury would still walk away. It didn't matter. It doesn't matter money. But if they tell him, hey, we'll pay you $120, just give Deontay Wilder $20, he would did it and vacate his belt. But by that shit saying $80 million, you ain't going nowhere, bro. Sorry, UK, but that's just the way the ball bounces. He got a date. He going to have to finish this war. Can't win a battle and run away. You got to win the war. Got to win the war. Now, he gave Deontay Wilder a lot of credit during this interview. He says, and he says something that's very interesting. And he says, and I quote, when you have real power like Wilder, he can flick you off like a light switch, end quote. Damn. I'm hearing word on the curb that Deontay Wilder is looking to put on weight. I hope not. I hope not, because the reason I say that, for Tyson Fury to say that Deontay Wilder can put your lights out at the flick of a punch, he didn't have to be 240 pounds to get Tyson Fury to say that. The extra weight, I don't think helped. And maybe some people may think that, oh, well, if it helps with Tyson Fury laying on him and leaning on him. Nah, man, I don't think that's the way we going. I don't think that's the way to go. Stay wiry. I think stay right there. Your power is there, bro. You don't need to gain weight or muscle to put power on. The right hand is gifted. The right hand is blessed. That bitch got a halo around it. So you don't have to do that, bro. I don't want to see Wilder walking into no ring at no 240 pounds. None of that shit. I don't want to see none of that, bro. I need you back at 225, 220. Right there, bro. It's just about game plan. Let's not blow up everything here. It's just about game plan. And I don't think that the weight was the issue. So I hope we don't get a overly bigger Wilder, because he don't need the added size to have that power. Tyson Fury already said my brains was rattled by this man. He said during this interview, man, he said, man, all I know is I blinked and I was on the ground. That came from a 215. I think the first fight he was like 212. 212 to 215 Deontay Wilder. He didn't have to get big for that. I don't like that. I need Deontay Wilder nimble. I need him agile. I need him loose. I don't need him to be a twinkle toes, no, but I need him loose. I don't need him big, tired, bulky, slow. I don't want that. So we'll see. We'll see, man. I just don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Let me see. He say, man, he was still breathing hard, didn't say Ronald, man. Yeah, this fat ass ain't never in shape, bro. We'll see. He was breathing hard against Povetkin, and he wasn't even doing that much moving. He was working his jab more than anything. Boxing Hog say, man, nah, White is ranked higher than Wilder right now. Check the rankings. He is up there in the Ring magazine. He can't, the Ring magazine, bro, that just threw that whole thing out. You know what I'm saying? Who gives a damn what the Ring magazine does or says? Does anyone read the Ring magazine? Is it still a magazine, or is it just a website? Why do they even still call it the Ring magazine? You know what I'm saying? No one watches it. No one reads it. I haven't even been on that website in months. I don't never use their rankings. I don't use their ratings. I don't read their articles. They're biased. They're skewed to a certain degree, racist. You know, I can't believe take their word. Not when Oscar running it. So forget the Ring. You know what I'm saying? Forget the Ring. Nobody values their opinion no more. No one cares or gives a damn about their rankings no more. No one gives a damn about the ring no more. So who cares? They got the nerve to want to drop Gary Russell Jr. for real? The longest reigning champion in boxing? Y'all want to drop Gary Russell Jr. from your bullshit rankings? Screw the ring. Who the hell still reads the ring? Who the hell works over there? They got like 2 people and shit. Working in a basement somewhere. On an old ass typewriter. With a flip phone. And a comb in their back pocket. Nobody give a damn about the ring, bro. Fuck the ring. You know what I'm saying? After what they just did this week, I ain't got nothing to say good about the ring. Chief Fred 4 on deck. What's up with you, fam? What's up, man? Let me give you that blue suit, homie. What's up with you, man? I think the reward for beating Gary is good. 1, a belt and name and good check. I think the reward for beating Gary, you talking about Gary Russell? Yeah, but ain't nobody gonna go test him, bro. The reward is great. The longest reigning champion in boxing. Nobody ain't gonna go test him. Nobody ain't gonna go test him. I got faith in them 118 boys. I got faith that them boys at 118, once they hopefully wrap it up, maybe they move up. I don't know. Whatever the case may be. And I want to give a special shout out, if I can. And I'm not going to go but so far because I know how he gets down, but I still want to give him credit. I mean, give him a shout out on it. And that is Devin Haney's father, Bill Haney. Bill Haney has been giving a lot of praise to the DMV boxing fans, and I've recently heard him, and he was like, I got a lot of respect for the DMV and the DMV boxing fans. I have a lot of respect for the Russell and the Russell family. And now you talking, Mr. Haney. Now you talking. You know what I'm saying? Now you talking. You come out here with some respect. Don't come out here trying to take this town over, bro. These are Gary stomping grounds. We ain't going like that. But if you show some respect, we show you respect. We love your kid, bro. We're fans of Devin. You know what I'm saying? But just not at the expense of Gary Russell Jr. It ain't going to go down like that. But salute to Bill Haney, man. Showing respect to the DMV. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Muhammad Tola on deck. What's up, man? What's up with you? What's going down, man? Salute to you. Salute to you. Salute the main man and the fam. Salute to the brother Muhammad Tola, man. How come nobody mentions the fact that Wilder didn't catch Fury clean in the 12th round of the first fight, and yet he had him out? Am I the only one who noticed, or is my mind playing tricks on me? Well, Tyson Fury sure believes that he got caught clean, bro. Listening to this interview right here, Tyson Fury said, man, he hit me on the top of the head, and I just went out. Well, at least with the first knockdown. The second one, he said the right hand put him out. He said he woke up at 4. He said he didn't understand it. He just, all he remembered was getting clocked with the right hand. Lights went out. When he opened his eyes, the ref standing over top of him on number 4. That right hand ain't gone nowhere. The only difference, fight fans, is that Deontay Wilder is not overly believing in just the right hand no more. He's trying to enhance certain things. I just did a video the other day. Deontay Wilder out here talking about he going to the body. He going to Tyson Fury's body like a steak. I like that. That's a lot of boxing fans. A lot of us been asking for Deontay Wilder to stay faithful to Tyson Fury's body. We saw the vulnerabilities in the first fight. The jab to the stomach. Was it working or was it not working? Second fight, he did a little something, but he got away from it. Tyson Fury started leaning on him, hitting him with rabbit punches on the back of the head, on his back. And I ain't knocking it. That's strategy. That's part of the fight game. But that's what he did. And so Deontay Wilder got to be prepared for that. Body from the outside, not while that big boy up on you. Tyson Fury wants to grab. Tyson Fury's survival mechanism, fight fans. His survival mechanism, now, especially now, is if he gets hurt, he gets hit too much, he's going to try to lay on you. He wants you to tussle with him. He want to put that 6'9" frame, 250 plus pounds on you. That's his survival mechanism. That's how he got Wallin out of it. That's how he beat Wallin. And in Deontay Wilder, in that second fight, he did it throughout the whole entire fight. Wilder has got to be on point with that. So that body work got to come from the outside, fight fans. I'm scared that if Wilder stay on the inside, boom, boom, and he bend that head down, all Tyson Fury going to do is put him in that headlock, lean on him, lay on him. Deontay Wilder stabbing him to the gut, and he stayed too low too long, giving Tyson Fury enough time to cover some ground, bulge through, and grab you. Tussle up with you, lay you up against the ropes. That ain't good. That ain't good. But I do wonder what happens if the wind get taken out of Tyson Fury's sails. How does he go into survival mode for a couple rounds? How does he avoid the right hand if Wilder can withstand the storm? Wilder says he's working on everything. He's moving while punching. He's working on body work. He's feel comfortable with the people around him. Y'all can keep on making jokes about Malik Scott, but I ain't never seen Deontay Wilder so happy in years and so comfortable feeling. Like he just at peace. It's like a quiet storm. It's a quiet storm. Storm coming. Storm coming. He's like a quiet storm. He said, I got violence on the brain, but I'm keeping it calm. He said, I got violence on the brain, but I'm keeping it calm. Cool. You keep like we talk about with that rage. You keep that rage bottled up, bro. You keep that. You control the rage. Don't let that rage control you. You control the rage. You channel that shit into power, into adrenaline. You channel that shit into in your training regimen. You put the work in. You wake up extra early, motivated. You control the rage, bro. I feel it. I feel it coming through his pores. I look at this video, his interview the other day, man. It's coming through the screen. The confidence. Mentally, he's there. He's at peace. He understands what went down a year ago or whatever. Cool. He cool. All right, we're moving forward. I've healed. I've rejuvenated. I got love around me now. I'm a different person. I've been put back together. Voltron been put back together again. The Black Lion has arrived. You can't put Voltron together without the Black Lion. You can't put Voltron together without the Black Lion, fight fans. He is the body. So at the end of the day, he's back. We'll see. We'll see. Tyson Fury is out there. He's away from the distractions. Because everybody know the longer he stayed out here in Vegas, the longer he stayed, and Bob Arum and them knew, the longer he stayed out here in Vegas, the easier the fight was becoming. We seen him show up for that, looking like with the Homer Simpson body and shit. Stomach looked like I had a mouth on it. When we seen that, you know what I'm saying? It was like, hey, it's a wrap, Cap. It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? It's a wrap. If he gains, Boxing Hawk says, if he gains that much weight, he will destroy his stamina and he will lose snap and speed of his punches. Plus, his feet aren't fast already, so they will really suffer at 240. I don't like Wilder at 240. Nah, you're right. It'll slow him down too much for my liking. It takes the nimbleness away from him. We need his legs moving if he has to use them. And I don't know how much he'll be able to sustain something 240 pounds. I mean, like I said, I don't need Wilder stronger. He's already strong. He's record breaking strong. He's already, I mean, he got a gift. So what is the extra weight for? The only other thing that I can think is to try to tussle back with Fury. But I just don't know if I really want him to do that. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. So, oh, man, salute to the homie Supreme Beast Boxing Talk on deck. I got the DMV in that building. You know what I'm saying? What's up with you, man? Wilder got pad work. Been looking crazy. Bomb Squad all day. Salute to the homie Cadillac Red, man. Yes, sir, man. Hey, caught yesterday's show, bruh. Hey, man, y'all broke down that versus joint, bro. You know what I'm saying? I heard y'all talking about the Fat Joe and Ja Rule joint, man. I ain't catch it yet, man. So I listened to y'all wrap it up about it, man. And you got me wanting to see that joint, man. Check out the homie Supreme Beast Boxing Talk, man. Hey, I love that show, man. Y'all be doing it over there, bro. Keep up the great work, man. Keep up the great work. Ronald Adjuston says Tyson controlled the distance. Something crazy in that second fight. He was either right outside of his power or way inside of it. Tyson controlled the distance. Something crazy in the second fight. Yeah, he did. And he brought the fight to Wilder. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's what Malik sees. Maybe Malik is like, maybe I need Wilder more bigger. Like I say, for when Tyson Fury attempts to bring the fight to him. And he wants, Wilder bigger to be able to, to tussle with him. You know what I'm saying? Or it could just be all B.S. It can be all B.S. Mind games. Fake news just to throw him off. Who knows? We know he watching. Every time Deontay Wilder come out with an interview, Tyson Fury reciting it. Oh, I see he said he's going to do this, and I see he said he's going to do that. Oh, I see Malik Scott said he's going to do this. So maybe they trying to throw his ass off. Who knows? Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. But yeah, he did control the distance. He brought the fight to Wilder, but he got to win the war. He's got to win the war. You can't win the battle. You got to win the war. So if he walks away with this one, then it's over. But if Deontay Wilder, Bomb Squad get the win, which I'm expecting, then we going to continue this story, I guess, huh? We can't walk away with a draw and 1-1, right? Before it's all said and done for these two men, before the career sets, the sun sets on their career, they got to do it one more again. I don't know if boxing fans have had the appetite to see it immediately. But then again, if it's a drastic knockout, shit, if it's something that go viral, why the hell not? Depends on how good the fight is, right? Depends on how good the fight is. Fury delays negate Wilder's excuses. It's 1-1. Let's get it on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, what? Hey, look, man, this got ugly from both sides. Let's just go call it for what it is. It got ugly from both sides. Got dirty, legal and lawsuits and all kinds of stuff. It just got dirty. It took Mark Breland getting kicked to the side, you know what I'm saying? Dirty. Deontay Wilder say, man, when I had Mark Breland in the camp, man, all he was like, man, just throw the 1-2, and that's all you need. Just throw the 1-2. He say, man, Mark Breland wouldn't open nothing else up. So, I mean, to hear Deontay Wilder say that, I'm glad he got away from Breland. I'm glad he got. I'm expecting a better version now. He say all that him and Breland worked on was the 1-2. He say, but him and Malik, oh no, they touching on a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. Mark Breland ain't do that. No disrespect to Breland. I love Breland. I got nothing bad to say about Mark Breland. All right, Mainman Mademan don't have a bad word to say about Mark Breland. Everyone knows that Mark Breland is the greatest trainer in the world. I got nothing bad to say about Breland. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Muhammad Hamatola says that Fury said in the interview that if it wasn't Wilder's fault that the fight didn't happen in 2020 and that Wilder deserves the third fight, Fury be singing a different tune each time. And you know we got him singing that different tune, Muhammad Hamatola. You want to know what got Tyson Fury singing that different tune, bro? What got him singing that different tune is this quote right here. $80 million, bro. I sing a different tune too. Oh yeah, you know Wilder deserves the fight. You know, he has a powerful right hand. Yeah, he's a great fighter. He's a warrior. Yeah, I'm going to the fight. I almost wanted to fight. I always felt as though it was going to happen. Yeah, $80 million told your ass that. Because originally you was out here talking about some Daniel, my boy, yelling and screaming on video for Daniel Kinahan, happy that you thought he made a deal for you. So this is what got his ass coming to the table, Muhammad Hamatola, all day. Main man, do you think that Canelo saying that both Plant and Ward can get in the same night might entice Andre to come back and face Saul? I missed that quote. I'm definitely going to dig for that one, fam. Hey, I seen the homie D-Lo 404 Boxing speaking on Ward and Canelo earlier, man. Hey, I hope so. He can get some Andre Ward action, but you can believe that if Canelo calls out Ward, oh, he going to want some sort of, he going to bring Ward down in weight. Where's the last weight that Ward campaigned at 75 in his last fight, right? And Ward been out of the ring for a while. Oh, he gonna bring Ward down to 60. Oh yeah, I would fight Andre Ward, but you know I fought everybody at 68, so I'm gonna head down to 160. So if he wants to fight me, we can get it on at 160. It'd be something to that effect. He'll look to cut a corner. But I love that fight, man. And I think Andre Ward is doing a good job by inserting himself in this situation by helping Caleb Plant. I like that. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, let Canelo jump out there. Let's do it. Let's see it. I would love to see this fight. I would love to see SOG step out of retirement just to wipe Canelo. You know what I'm saying? That'd be something. And if Canelo get it done, that'd be impressive, too, to a certain degree. You know what I mean? But I like that, bro. I like that. Hey, if Canelo want that work, I say SOG, give it to him. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. I can't for the life of me figure out two things. How the first fight was a draw and how Fury has any fans being at the clown that he is. Yeah, I would never how much lies he tell. I mean, he say what he want to say. I mean, he just lies. You know, lies like it ain't nothing. You know, then turn around and want to hide behind the mental case stuff, and it just he good at what he do, bro. At public deception. You know what I mean? It takes boxing aficionados like myself to stay on top of this stuff to tell y'all what's real. Fury is very good at what he does. Very good. He's well in the know on every angle. Trust and believe. He plays stupid to a certain degree. Nah, even on this interview, right? The interview dude was like, well, we're shocked that you still even got the belt. Like, we thought that you was just going to say, screw the boxing world and throw the belts away and do what you want to do. Because that's what he's always done. Even the interview, the dude that was interviewing Tyson Fury is shocked that Tyson Fury is going into this Wilder fight. So, no one trusts him. No one believes him. He loses to Deontay Wilder, we're going into a full fight, man. You know what I'm saying? He needs to stop speaking on Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua got his hands full right now. There's not a guaranteed win for Anthony Joshua. You're not involved in the guaranteed win. All of these fluke-ass boxing publications out here that keep putting y'all together for no damn reason whatsoever when y'all got fights. I don't understand it. You got an $80 million lawsuit on your ass if you try to duck out of this, Gypsy King. So, I mean, you know, these boxing publications get on my damn nerves, dog. Yo, man, we about to get ready to move on to the next one, man. Pudango says Fury only got 2 left with Top Rank, the trilogy, and then 1 more. Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. You know, that's facts. But Bob Arum ain't going to let Tyson Fury get away before it's all said and done. Bob Arum is not going to let Tyson Fury get away before they got a chance to get every single dime up out of him. You know what I'm saying? When Terence Crawford steps to Shawn Porter, he will be able to get his flowers then. That's messed up. It takes Showtime Shawn Porter to get Terence Crawford his flowers. You know what I'm saying? Why does it take Shawn Porter to get Terence Crawford? Why can't Terence Crawford have his flowers by being a 3-division world champion? I don't understand that. Beating bigger men. Something that Shawn Porter has never done. You know what I'm saying? Shawn Porter is a career welterweight. You know what I mean? So he ain't never moved up in weight. Matter of fact, he moved down in weight. So I got Terence Crawford moving up in weight, challenging himself at higher weight classes, and I got Shawn Porter as a career welterweight. You know what I'm saying? But why is he the measure? I don't understand that, fight fans. Tell me where I'm going wrong if I'm going wrong. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Word on the curve, fight fans. Y'all seen this going around. I'm sure y'all seen the news. All out there. The purses for Terence Crawford and Showtime Shawn Porter. Word on the curb is being reported Terence Crawford to get $6 million. Showtime Shawn Porter to get $4 million. That's a $10 million fight. Where the hell all that money come from? Where the hell all that money come from, fight fans? You know what I'm saying? This is a lot of money for Bob Arum to say he ain't got no money. For Bob Arum to be losing money and can build houses in Beverly Hills, all of a sudden $10 million come out of nowhere. And take in mind, fight fans, Fox ain't got nothing to do with this. PBC ain't got nothing to do with this. This is Bob Arum being awfully generous because PBC let it be known from the jump. Oh, we not doing no co-promotion with you, bro. It's going to be either one side or the other. So we down to do the purse bid, and we going to try to win it. That was always PBC's position from the jump. It was Bob Arum running around out here. Oh, we're going to do a co-promotion. Oh, we're going to co this and we're going to co that. Man, everybody knew that this fight was nowhere near big enough to do no damn co-promotion. Everyone knew. It was going to be one side or the other. But why is Bob so generous, fight fans? No one is even realizing it. It's great that they got these numbers. Lord knows I'm happy that they got these numbers. I think that both men more than deserve it. Even though Showtime Shawn Porter has fell shorter than a midget on his knees at the elite level, it's still great to see Porter get his respect. It really is. So that's good, but where the hell is all of this damn money come from? Dude, so fight fan, let me make sure I got this straight. And tell me where I'm going wrong if I'm going wrong. Bud Crawford, if he beats Shawn Porter, walks out the door making one of his biggest paydays, because this is maybe the start at $6 million. It'd probably be more than that. They said Northwood. He gonna walk out of there with one of his biggest paydays, a world title. The Earl Spence Jr. fight in front of him. Still there. Earl's still there. All of that. He just gonna walk out the door. They're going to throw $10 million into a fight with him, and it's just over with. It is over with, right? I'm going to keep telling y'all if I haven't told y'all, and y'all ain't got the message already. And this is just to prepare. Terence Crawford Nation, I'm not saying it is or it ain't. But the way that the writing on the wall is looking, we might need to prepare ourselves for Terence Crawford not being a PBC fighter. I'm being 100 with you. I'm not saying it ain't going to happen, but this shit is just too good to be true. How many times have you heard something that's too good to be true usually ain't? This is like the perfect situation. They gave Shawn Porter an offer he could not refuse. Why didn't they come like this from the jump, fight fans? Ain't nobody asking that question, huh? Why they just couldn't step to the situation like this from the beginning and saved ourselves months of B.S. So all of a sudden, everyone wants to give Shawn Porter everything he wants, everything. He gets $4 million. An opportunity against a world title, against the number 1 pound-for-pound fighter, an opportunity to rejuvenate his entire career. He gets the best he gets everything. And they just if Crawford win, he gets to walk away. Man, miss me with the bull crap. I mean, I know it's speculation to a certain degree, fight fans, but miss me with the bull crap. I got a feeling my man gonna be over there, unfortunately, with Top Rank, or maybe somebody in business or forced to do business, whether it be fight by fight or not. Top Rank gonna be in the mix, it feels like. That's what it just feels like. And I want everyone to be prepared for that. Now, the good thing about that is, I guess, to a certain degree about this, I would hope that we are eliminating the street, right? So even if that is the case going forward, the street should be eliminated, right? They doing business right here. So this is the way it got to go, one side or the other. See, now in the Earl Spence Jr. fight, if we were talking about Spence and Bud, we don't have to worry about one side or the other. Because in that situation, it can be a co-promotion. That's a humongous fight. But in this situation, it can't be. You know what I'm saying? So there's no more street, right? If the numbers come back proper for this, Bud gets a stoppage or an impressive victory over Shawn Porter. The numbers come back proper. You see how much they're giving up in money. They gave Porter $4 million. How much he get guaranteed against Earl? 1.5 plus back-end money. He got 60-40 of the pay-per-view revenue share. That's how it went for Shawn Porter and Earl Spence. He got 1.5 guaranteed and 40% of the pay-per-view revenue, which once that pay-per-view revenue is busted all the way down, that ain't much. They got half of a half, and they got to break that down 60-40. So some people are running around saying that this may be Shawn Porter's biggest payday. It might. I don't know. If it ain't, then it's him and Earl Spence. I mean, that was him and Earl Spence Jr. fight. They like neck and neck. If he ain't get $4 million in the Earl fight, it's got to be like right in that ballpark. So the other fighters over at PBC should see this and say, what the hell? If I'm your Dennis Ugas and I'm looking at Shawn Porter getting $4 million to go on the biggest network in the world, I'm like, sheesh. Now, Keith wanted 10. So I don't know what's up with Keith. And matter of fact, has anybody even seen Keith? Haven't seen Keith, man, in a minute. But he wanted 10, so whatever. You know what I'm saying? Pacquiao wanted 40, so whatever. But the point I'm making is that they in the business all of a sudden of giving bags now. So if it ain't going to be a money thing, they clearly sending Shawn Porter to cross the street. Some people say, well, man, the WBO forced it. Whatever. I don't care. They could, you know how many purse bids and orders that the PBC pull out of? If they wanted to pull Shawn Porter out of this, they could have did it easy work. Forget what the WBO say. For people to say that the WBO forced Porter into this, no, y'all not understanding. If the PBC can give two shits about what the WBO say, they could have pulled Shawn Porter out of this and gave him 4 other fights. So it wasn't like Shawn Porter was forced into this. Shawn Porter was going about his life. After it fell apart, he was going about his business. So he don't need this. They could have easily lined him up with a rematch with Ugas. They could have. He's the silver champion in the WBC or number 1 in the WBC. That ain't got nothing to do with the WBO. So I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say that Shawn got an offer that he couldn't refuse. I will agree to that. But why the fuck they so generous? I don't know, fight fans. Now let's talk about Porter a little bit. Let's talk about Porter, man. Let's talk about Porter. Now here's the deal. Here's the deal about Porter, right? Everybody be like, man, we have to show all the love and respect for the resume of Shawn Porter. His resume is the greatest resume in boxing. No one in boxing has a better resume than Showtime Shawn Porter. He's fought them all, man. From the good to the best to the weakest. And I think his resume is impressive. He has a Hall of Fame resume. His resume is Hall of Fame worthy, right? But he ain't beating nobody, fight fans. Y'all can say, man, you hating, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to call it like it is. Shawn Porter can't beat the elite. Shawn Porter can't beat the elite. Give me an elite name. Give me one. Don't worry, I'll wait. Give me one elite name. Who did he beat that's so elite? Who did he beat? Devin Alexander in 2013. Outside of that, who else we talking about? Who else we talking about? Man, Crawford ain't beat nobody. He beat Kell Brook. The man that beat Porter. So who he beat? I love Shawn Porter. He looks good when he fights. He looks good when he fights. But the best he's fought, he ain't beat. Shawn Porter ain't getting in the Hall of Fame because he lost. Oh, man, that's not true. Shawn Porter getting into the Hall of Fame? For real? Who? How? Who he beat to get into the Hall of Fame? You don't get into the Hall of Fame just for getting the fights. You get into the Hall of Fame for winning the fights. Shawn has never been lineal champion 2 times. Shawn has never moved up in weight 1 time. Shawn is pretty to the eye. Oh, he's on top of his opponents. He's punching and mauling and brawling. Look at him, y'all. His activity is up. Man, ain't nothing landing. Everything getting smothered. It mean nothing. Ain't nobody getting hurt. None of that. I got Kell Brook bringing an effective game plan to beat Porter. I got Keith Thurman getting rough with Porter. And y'all say Keith is soft. But he got rough with Porter. I got Earl Spence fighting Porter at his game. And in all 3 different ways, he lost. He only beat Danny because Danny don't swing. So tell me where I'm going wrong if I'm going wrong. He beat your Dennis Ugas, allegedly. I don't think he beat Ugas. Y'all don't want to keep it 100. Y'all don't want to keep it 100. Y'all want to act like that Shawn Porter is just like the world beater. Nobody don't want to keep it 100. Who did he beat? I got Terence Crawford beating 3 division champions. Do Shawn Porter got that type of victory on his resume? Riddle me that. Ricky Burns was a 3 division champion. Does Shawn Porter got anything like that on his resume? Y'all don't like when I talk like, y'all don't like the facts. Y'all want to just believe this because he throws 1,000,000 punches and run around like the Tasmanian devil that, oh, we supposed to love Shawn Porter. I like him. He's a nice guy. I love his suits. I love his St. Patrick's Day suit that he wore in Cowboy Stadium. When Jerry Jones looked at him and says, I've never seen a black Irishman before. Wow. And Shawn Porter just sitting there with the microphone with his little green hat on with the square in the middle and shit, looking like a Quaker Oat man or something. The point I'm making to y'all fight fans is y'all can say, well, I love Porter. He's a nice guy, but Porter's going to have to rejuvenate his whole career with this fight. This is what I mean when I say, well, Porter can rejuvenate himself. Because Porter ain't beat the top, so this is your last shot probably at the top. Other than this, you're going to be fooled. You're going to be fooled for Boots and fooled for Virgil. You're going to be Virgil and Boots fooled. This is your last chance, Shawn. You ain't no more people to fight. There ain't no more. You lost to everyone on the top, so this is the last time. What you gonna do? Are you gonna get wrecked? Because you got your retirement check, man. You gonna get wrecked? What you gonna do? People are like, yo, man, Shawn Porter's in the inside and boom, boom. I'm gonna explain something to y'all. When you look at Shawn Porter, you look at his fighting style. Look at where he launches from. He launches from mid-range each and every time. He makes sure he gets right within mid-range, and then he leaps in. Man, that is the perfect punching range for Terence Crawford with full extension. When he leaps in from the range that he leaps in from. And when Terence Crawford goes southpaw, which means that his jab is going to hurt him more. You go back to the Earl Spence Jr. fight and look how Earl was landing the jab as a southpaw with ease. Imagine that's Terence Crawford's jab, but harder because he's switching. You know, his strong hand technically is the right hand. When he starts jabbing with that hand on Porter, and that's his strong hand, how is Porter going to take that? If Earl was landing the jab the way he was landing the jab. Riddle me that. See, that's the difference here. We got tools. We got tools in the box. Hammer, pliers, screwdrivers, all that. We got tools in the box. What happens when he see that jab, Shan? I think the jab is going to be key. I looked at how Earl was landing that jab from the southpaw position. I was like, damn. Earl was chopping that joint on him. Just like stepping in and just like smacking him with that joint. And it was landing flush. I said, if that was Bud landing a right-hand jab like that, shh. From mid-range, where Porter likes to leap in from mid-range. Everybody like, yeah, he going to turn and twist and turn. No, the hell he ain't. No, the hell he ain't. He can do all that all he want. That's fine. Ain't nobody going to go back and forth for Porter on the inside. It defeat. Why? And if Bud Crawford takes that one step in and put the shoulder in Shawn Porter's chest, what we got? We got a smothering Porter. I was just recently taking in the Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson fight. Because I wanted to, back when Holyfield was fighting the other day, I wanted to just go back and look up some of his old fights. And I looked at Holyfield's strategy against Mike Tyson. And it was a beautiful, every time Tyson would go downstairs, Holyfield would take that step inside. He smothered Mike the whole fight. The whole entire fight. Evander Holyfield, taller, longer man. Mike Tyson, shorter, compact guy. Strong man, looking to get to the inside. Every time Mike took a step forward, Holy took a step forward. And next thing you know, Holy was right in his chest, rubbing his head all up against Mike and everything. Totally smothered Mike work. Mike couldn't get off. There are many strategies that Bud can employ in this fight. And we've seen him use them diligently, fight after fight, weight class after weight class. Wrecking whole weight classes. Not just fighters, but wrecking the whole class. I got Danny Garcia haul-assing from 140 to get away from him. Hey, Lamont, I'll fight you at 145, Lamont. I don't want to stay at 140 because Terence Crawford's coming. Let's go up to 145. I don't want to go to welterweight, but I'll fight you, Lamont Peterson, at 145. Shit, Terence is coming. But I got him wrecking whole weight classes. You see what I'm saying? Let me see what the fam talking about. Tell me where I'm going wrong if I'm going wrong. Salute to my brother Greg E. Hill on deck. Bro, I see you, man. Salute to the homie. What's up with you, man? What's up with you? He said that ESPN has quotes that there are no talks for an extension, according to Mike Kopp, but that could be BS. What are you talking about? Extension for what? Extension for what? Also, being that he only had one fight this year with a $3 million guarantee, it may be to make up for only having one fight this year. You talking about Terence Crawford? Could be. I don't know. $6 million purse is awful generous. Bob Arum is just not generous like that for nothing. Bob Arum is not generous like that for nothing. Now, some people are implying that maybe MTK got a hand in this, and they found the money. Kenahan may have found the money. These news reports are surfacing that Kenahan and Bud is supposedly, allegedly, there's only like one random article floating around out there. I'm waiting for some backup information from it. Haven't heard anything about it, but there's rumors flying that he's down with Daniel Kenahan. We'll see. Maybe, maybe not. Don't care. Either way, I just don't think that this much money finds its way into this fight. And it lands on ESPN, and then Bob Arum being the sole promoter, forcing Terence Crawford to sign something. It won't make him sign something for an extension. Oh, that's what Greg is talking about. ESPN quotes that there are no talks for an extension, according to Mike Kopp, but could be BS. He don't know. He wouldn't know. That is nothing that would come out before the fight. You know what I'm saying? That information only is between the people in the room. And that information wouldn't dare drop out before the Shawn Porter fight. We'll find that out afterwards. If Terence Crawford is not allowed to walk away from Top Rank and say, PBC, let's go, then we know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I, once again, have a hard time believing Bob Arum just lets this just walk away. I got a hard time believing it. I just really, really do. You know what I'm saying? I'll believe it when I see it. Do I hope that it happens that way? 100%. Y'all already know my positions on that. I hope he becomes a free agent and does everything that he want to do. And I hope we don't have no Bob Arum issues. But even if there is a Bob Arum issue, I'm seeing that the street now has been eliminated. So either way, hopefully we still in good hands. But I don't know. I could never, if I'm Terence Crawford, I could never work for Bob Arum again. If I'm Terence Crawford, I can never work for Bob Arum again. After that Abraham Lincoln shit that he just said the other day about Terence Crawford getting his this is him losing his contract is the same as when Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation and all that type of stuff. Like exampling that Terence Crawford is in some sort of slave situation. That would have did it for me, bro. We ain't got nothing else to talk about. I'd be like, whoever I'm with, my manager, whoever's managing Crawford, whoever, get me away from this dude. That dude don't nod. That's it for me. We made good money together. We had our run. It's over. I'm out of here. And get me out of here. Mr. Manager, whoever this may be, running, Mr. Advisor, man, get me the hell up out of here. That should be Bud Crawford. If Virgil Ortiz want to make that happen, you don't need Bob Arum. All you got to do is call up Oscar and try to work it out with Oscar. If anybody else, there's no one left over there at Top Rank, screw the Josh Taylor fight. That's how I look at it. I like that fight, but it ain't all that. Not to stick around with Bob, it ain't. Fuck that fight. Josh Taylor's still at 140. Manny Pacquiao might fight Josh Taylor. Who knows? Mikey Garcia might fight Josh Taylor. Bud Crawford ain't got time to be sitting there in the mix, messing around with Bob and his crap. It's over. It should be a wrap, hopefully. If it isn't, hey, we're going to keep chugging on. I'm not going to throw Terence Crawford under the bus for making his own economic decision. But at the end of the day, if me as a man, as a person, after he said that and letting you know what his true colors was and how he's seen you and just it can happen again, that threat, knowing that if you got a chance to get out and you go back in there after he says that, he can lock you in again and keep you stuck again. Walk out the door, man. Walk out the door. It's a wrap. Just like the rest of them. Just like Mayweather did, just like Mikey did, just like Manny did. It's a wrap. All good things come to an end if it was good. So that to me, I hope he does get away from it. But this whole situation looked like, to me, they pushed him into a corner. The purse bid, the weird-ass purse bid, forcing him to a fight, forcing him to have to sign on for this fight, had no choice. There was no option to back away for Terence Crawford. There was no, I'm not feeling the deal, so cancel the fight. No, that option never exists. It was, you have to take this fight. Weird. When they could never get this fight off the ground. They said Shawn Porter wasn't worth a dime. And all of a sudden, he get the biggest payday in the world. Through a purse, to avoid a purse bid. At the 11th hour, fight fans. If Bob Arum would have got a purse bid, that would have mean another promoter could have got this fight, which means that Bud Crawford wouldn't have had to sign anything with Bob Arum. That was the threat. Eddie Hearn would have snatched this fight, then Ed Bud would have been fighting for Eddie Hearn. It's a wrap. I'm out the door. Triller would have won it. Whatever promoter would have got it. I get this last fight with Triller. I'm out the door. I just got my mandatory, so that won't be coming around no time soon. But with Bob, oh, no. He don't want no purse bids. He had to make sure ain't no purse bids happening. I can't have nobody else promoting Terence Crawford. Why? You losing money. In Teofimo Lopez's case, when you tried to rag on his drawing power, same thing. He go over to Triller, get the biggest bag. You get a kickback. You act like you happy. And then the next day it's, oh, well, you know, if they can't make the fight, you pulling all kind of maneuvers behind the scene to stop Teo's fight. So which one is it? Bob be lying. 1 minute you don't love your fighters, the next minute you love the fighters. 1 minute you losing money, the next minute you ain't. See what I'm saying? It's all crap. He ain't losing shit. Y'all not hearing me, fight fans. It's all a lie. He don't pay their purses. The network do. How the hell you losing money? You ain't paying Bud Crawford's guarantee. You act like you paying it. I lost money. And people running with that shit. The ESPN pay that damn guarantee. What the hell you paying for, Bob? How you losing so much money and you ain't covering his purse? I don't want to talk about them facts. Salute to the homie, Mr. Glasper in the super sticker, man. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate your support, man. I really, really do. Thank you very much, man. Thumbs up to you, man. Thumbs up. Thumbs up, man. That's what's up, man. Yo, everybody, man, thumbs up as you pull up if you ain't already hit it already, man. We just talking this real spill, man. I really appreciate you. I'm just saying, fight fans. So y'all got to forgive me for going off the rails, but I just got a bad, funny feeling about this. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to dwell too much. As a matter of fact, beyond this stream, I may just dead this whole conversation on this portion. We did a video about it. We talked about it in a couple live streams. I just wanted to say screw it. It is what it is. The street is gone. The street is gone. So whatever happens after this fight, hopefully still nothing impedes Terence Crawford from getting these future fights with the rest of these cats over there. And they should see that Shawn Porter is getting treated with some proper respect. And maybe they want a little bit of that respect, especially with Canelo soaking up all the damn budget. I'm just saying, though. We give them $40 million, they got to send Shawn Porter across the street. I'm just saying. Tell me where I'm going wrong, fight fans, if I'm going wrong. Much love to the fam. Much love to you all. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Boxing Hog 28 says it's because Eddie was going to put up $15 million. No doubt. That's what's up. Hey, man, I wasn't mad at that. I love that looming threat of competition. That's one of the most beautiful things about the open market and about purse bids and stuff like that, how that competition can scare the hell out of them. You know what I'm saying? But make no mistake about it, if Eddie would have done that, right? Let's say if Eddie would have swooped in with that 15, Bob would have got a kickback. Bob wouldn't have had to put up 1 cent, not 1 cent, fight fans, and still got money. He would have made easy money, right? If he losing money on Bud, what the hell you care if he fighting for you for? So if Eddie would have swooped in, $15 million for the whole pot, 60-40 breakdown, boom, Bud would have walked away with his cut, Porter with his cut, and Bud would have had to kick Bob a certain small fee, a percentage. He would have made easy money and wouldn't have had to lift a finger. But instead, he went above, I repeat, above and beyond to make sure that Terence Crawford doesn't leave the day after he make that dumbass Abraham Lincoln comment. Like, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. And he put that out here. Ain't nobody even when he, like, if you go back to that video that is on, the comments are like, what the hell is up with this statement? Why would he say something like that? But the interviewers ain't asking him, like, what you mean by that? He just snuck that statement in there. It's out here, and it's just whatever. Oh, yeah, well, you know, Lincoln freed the slaves when he signed the Emancipation Proclamation, right? Well, there you go. I'm like, what the hell? What are you saying, man? I don't know. Tell me where I'm going wrong. All right, Coach Kennedy on deck. What's up, fam? How you doing, man? Salute to you, brother. Salute to you. Main man, what you going to say when Showtime beats Bud? If it ain't going to happen, bro. It ain't going to happen, man. I see Shawn Porter, unfortunately, getting wrecked in this fight. A lot of people think that I'm going crazy when I say that, man. He going to get wrecked, fight fans. I mean, who he beat to give y'all this proof that he going to beat Terence Crawford? Who he beat? Yeah, he gave people tough fights. Yeah, he put people in tough spots. But the cream rises to the top. You know what I'm saying? The cream can be in tough spots because they know how to handle it. The cream can be pressed all the crap because they know how to handle pressure. You know what I'm saying? The cream going to rise to the top. Now, I will say this. Is Shawn Porter the measure to say you are elite at welterweight? That can be argued, and I can say yes. Shawn Porter is the measure. You know what I'm saying? He loses this fight, he's kicked out of the elite, though. Y'all can say what y'all want. Nah, man, you can't do that. He's a tough fighter. He's a tough fighter, but he ain't winning. He loses this fight, he's kicked out of the elite. He's fooled. Nah, man, you can't treat Shawn Porter like that. He's Shawn Porter. What? Shawn Porter going to the Hall of Fame. I dare somebody say that. I dare somebody say that. But my question is this. Will we witness Shawn Porter rejuvenate his career? That's the interesting thing about this. Like, there's no way I see Shawn Porter not depressed if he loses to Terence Crawford. Like, not messed up, like, I'm done with this shit. I got $4 million. Pop, take your cut. I'm done, man. I'm going to the Porter Way podcast and make the Porter suits and wear Porter purple. You know, my thing is, that's what's so interesting about this, dog. Like, this can be the last hurrah for Porter if he don't get over this hump. And he got a hell of a hump to get over. I love fights like this. I love fights like this. Shawn Porter's a tough cookie. And he's a good fighter. Damn good fighter. Real good fighter. Unfortunately, though, if he loses this fight, I can no longer call him elite. Tell me where I'm going wrong. You know what I'm saying? John Page, Batman, what's up with you? What's going on? What's going on? Earl, the big fighter. Then Bud. So Bud got to swallow his pride and walk his ass across the street and make the fight happen. We'll see. Well, I mean, if he's free to do so, I don't think he had no problem doing it. I think if he's free to do so, he ain't gonna have no problem doing that. You know what I'm saying? We just waiting on Earl to get it together. My only question is Earl gonna put any more names out there? I mean, who gonna be next? Is it gonna be Devin Haney? You know what I'm saying? Who is he gonna fight next? Every time we turn around with Earl, he adding a name. It's like add a name. So I don't know. I mean, Earl got an IBF situation to think about too. That situation gonna come knocking. So I don't know where we at with that. I'm right now, man. I mean, unfortunately, if this fight don't happen sooner or later, fight fans, it's just like it's. I think we hit the point now, and I hate to say this. I really do, because as much as I've covered this damn fight, I really hate to say this, but I don't know if we've peaked, and eventually we're gonna start to hit the other side of the mountain. There was a point in time when this fight was red hot, man. And I'm talking. I know it's not here nor there, but I'm talking Earl and Bud. It was red hot. And I don't know, fight fan. After what Earl has now been through, I don't know if this situation has peaked and will start to plateau over time if we don't get something soon. And that's going to be very unfortunate because this is one of the biggest fights literally in boxing. This can set the stage, right? Shawn Porter, another common opponent from Earl Spence Jr. He's already mopped up Kell Brook better than Earl did, right? Easy work. Kell Brook got knocked across the ring with a jab. And now Shawn Porter. So if Bud go in there and stop Porter, wreck Porter, y'all still won't give him credit. I already know that. But if he go in there and do that, you know what I'm saying? I almost wonder, is this good enough to then entice Earl? There's nothing left at this fucking point, man. Ain't nothing left. Ugas got to wait. He just missed the boat. Keith got to wait. Put Keith and Ugas together in the meantime between. Matter of fact, put Keith and Ugas on the undercard. Can we get that? Keith and Ugas on the undercard of a Bud and Earl fight. You want to, you know what I'm saying? But it's past the expiration date. We're beyond it. So this fight is going to set a lot of momentum for the winner. A lot of momentum. Whether it be Porter or whether it be Bud. It's going to be, a typhoon of momentum at the winner of this fight's back. And they're going to have a lot of boxing capital. Meaning that they're going to be able to do for their next fight, they're going to get a lot of passes. They're going to, if they take a touch or whatever, you're going to get a lot of boxing capital from this fight. I think that's the time to do it. It's not going to be no redder hot than that. It's not going to be no redder hot than that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if Earl wants to come off no layoffs and get into there with no Terence Crawford. That's just not smart. It's just not smart. Test his eye first. Let that see where he at with it. I'm not like a lot of folks that say Earl needs to come on back and jump immediately in there with Crawford. Nah. It ain't smart. If his eyes damaged, he need to see where he at. Just like he had to see where he was at after that car crash. And I don't mind giving him that time. I don't mind giving him that fight. I didn't mind giving him the Danny fight when he came back. I thought that was impressive that he took on Danny after being out so long, truth be told. I didn't mind giving him that because I understood. And I damn sure don't want to see him off of retina surgery getting in there with a wrecker like Terence Crawford. The man hits too damn hard. The man hits too damn hard to have a questionable eye. So I want him to be 100. You know what I'm saying? I want him to be 100. You know? Let me see something real quick, fam. Let me see. All right, fight fans. All right. If anybody want to holler at me and say, man, you're going wrong, and I'm going to tell you why you're going wrong. Phone lines are now open. I'll continue to talk, though, to see if someone call in. Phone lines are now open, 202-643-2805. I ask you keep it clean, 202-643-2805. That is Main Man's line right now. You hit me up, I put you on, you know what I'm saying? We going like that. All I ask you to keep it clean and tell me where I'm going wrong if I'm going wrong. You know what I'm saying? So the phone lines are open. What's up, Jay Smith? What's up with you? Salute to you, man. Salute to you. Mike Rhymes says, yo, man, it could be the last one for Bud when he gets exposed. Okay. All right, we'll see. But just, hey, Mike, I need y'all to be here giving that credit up, though, bruh. I hope we get some credit out of some of y'all. I hope I get some credit out of some of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I hope we don't go around this thing of dissing Porter. Because y'all are the ones that telling me how good Porter is. I'm telling you he can't beat the elite. But y'all saying he's so great, and he's so this, and he's so that. Does anybody out there think that Shawn Porter's going to the Hall of Fame? Riddle me that. Is he going to the Hall of Fame? He's so great. He's so great. He definitely going to get credit if he dominates Shawn, says John Page. Okay. He going to get credit. All right. We going to hit. He's going to be the number one pound-for-pound fighter. This is what I never understood about a lot of boxing fans. And I always ask this question from a lot of y'all just to see what y'all answer going to be. I'm going to give it up because a lot of y'all going to be hip to it now. But when folks come through and they be like, yeah, yo, man, your man, he ain't fought nobody. He ain't did this. And he ain't did that. And I say, yo, well, do you got him top 5 pound for pound? Yeah, I got him top 5 pound for pound. Then how the hell you got him top 5 pound for pound if he ain't done nothing? If he ain't beat nobody? What is your criteria for giving him top 5 pound for pound then? So anyone who says he ain't did this, he ain't did that, he ain't fought nobody, he ducked that person, I don't want to hear none of y'all talking about some he top 5, top 10 pound for pound then, because it don't add up to me. That don't make any sort of sense. When I hear someone says, yeah, I got him on my pound for pound list, but he ain't fought nobody. I don't got one person on my pound for pound list that ain't fought nobody. And that's just facts. I don't got one person on my pound for pound list that ain't fought nobody. They all fought someone and done great things in the fight game, in my opinion. So I could never put someone up there that don't fight nobody, fight fans. So how we gonna say that? I wonder. Put the link in the chat. I'm on the OBS, bro. I can't do the links on the OBS. I gotta do that on StreamYard. Next live stream we'll do that. You can hit that phone line though, bro. I hear you crystal clear. You know what I'm saying? I'm being biased, says my man Batman. Yeah, it's not about being biased, bro. It's about being factual. What am I saying wrong? Tell me that Shawn Porter, who did he beat that was elite? You gonna say Danny? Danny done nothing at 147. Where is the elite? That's all I'm saying. Where is y'all evidence that he beats Bud? Because he ain't beat the elite, and Bud has clearly shown you through 3 weight classes that he is elite. And Shawn ain't been able to beat elite. Shawn beat Paulie. Shawn beat Berto. He didn't beat Keith. He don't beat elite. So I'm supposed to say, oh yeah, I'm supposed to not notice that? That when someone has the skills to deal with Shawn Porter, it's he don't be successful. Even Ugas beat him. Come on, y'all know Ugas beat him. Shawn Porter is pretty to the eye. It really is. But you got to run it back on Shawn Porter's own shit. He's very pretty to the eye. First time around, you'll be like, damn, Porter, he working. You run that thing back and watch Porter. Ain't nothing landing. He just looking good. He just sweating hard. And I ain't knocking him. He tough. Ain't nobody never say that Shawn ain't tough. Shawn is tough. He has an immaculate resume. He has a Hall of Fame resume, but he ain't going to make it into the Hall of Fame. But he has a Hall of Fame resume. He's tough. There's a lot of tough fighters. Gabriel Rosado is tough. Gabriel Rosado has been in championship fights and lost. So I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, look. What do you think that Shawn can do in that ring that troubles Terence Crawford? What could he do? If he's not that accurate, if he's a smothering guy, yeah, he works a lot, but he ain't like clocking you all constantly. He overshooting, undershooting. He's a good body puncher. He does dig to the body. But Bud got legs. Bud got feet. I'm just telling you what it is. I'm not, exaggerating anything. It's just that the truth hurts when it comes to Shawn Porter. The truth hurts. He's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. But we're talking about great fighters. And that's all I'm saying. But I'm happy for Shawn Porter because he's a workhorse who's been around boxing and gave us many memorable fights. Entertaining fights. He's a very good commentator. He's a good man, he seems like. I'm not attacking him, his character, none of that. I'm not doing none of that. I'm just saying what he done in the ring. And what he has done in the ring, he is just like Mike Tyson. He lost to the best people that he fought. That's just the facts. And as for Terence Crawford, the best that he fought, he wrecked him. And the man is currently on a knockout streak. I can't really remember the last time that Shawn Porter been on a knockout streak. I don't remember the last time Shawn Porter even got a knockout. Was it Paulie Malignaggi? I'm just saying. And how is Earl Spence Jr.'s jab landing at will on Shawn Porter? And y'all don't think when Bud swaps with that jab, man, look, I love Shawn Porter. But y'all just tell Kenny Porter to bring towels. Y'all tell Kenny Porter to bring towels. Because he going to need to toss them some bitches. Y'all tell Kenny Porter to make sure to bring a big red and purple, purple towel. So when it's time to wave it and throw that bad boy in the ring, you want the ref to see it. Because we know y'all own towels. Y'all own towels. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't got him top 5, says John Page. You got him top 10? And I love to hear the 5 that you put in front of him. I would love to hear the 5 that you put in front of him. You know what I'm saying? Well, I look like we got our first call of the day. This from the home squad. This must be who this? This Mainman.
What's up, man?
What's up with your Batman? What's going on,
What's
man?
Batman, right?
What's up
Man,
with you?
cool, man. I'm cool. How you?
Man, I can't complain, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you're going to have to explain what you just dropped in the chat, bro. You don't got my man top 5.
Nah, I ain't got him top 5. He ain't never, I mean, the only way people got him top 5 because his accolades is I mean, he never fought a top 8 fighter yet in his whole career.
So do you got him top 10? Do you got him top 10?
Yeah, by what you call that shit? By the eye test, yeah.
So you got him top 10 by the eye test.
Yeah, by what you call that shit? By talent. Talented wise, yes. But not by who he beat. Because he hasn't beaten nobody.
So you consider him
name a fighter.
So if he ain't fought nobody, how good do you know he is if he ain't fought nobody?
I mean, because he beat the bums down. I mean, he do a good job by beating the bums down. But name a fighter he fought that's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Ricky Burns.
Man, Ricky Burns ain't going no fucking Hall of Fame,
He a 3 division champion. Does Porter got
All
one?
right, I don't care.
Does Porter
Man,
got
go
one?
look at. I checked out Ricky Burns' joint, man. He fought for all vacant titles, man. Stop this shit,
He's
man.
a 3-division
Look,
champion,
man, y'all,
bro.
they
You know how many people in the Hall of Fame that have vacant titles? That don't mean nothing.
Listen, they can't trick me, dog. Yes, to do mean something. When you look, those everybody that's in the chat, please go look up some of these guys and look who they fought to win the title, and then go look at the guys who they fought to win the title and look at their record.
So who is Shawn Porter?
They beat nobody.
So who Porter beat?
What?
Who Porter beat?
He beat Danny Garcia.
What does Danny
And he
get at
beat who
47? And what is Danny ain't do nothing?
What Terence Crawford do at 47? So
He beat
Terence
the man that
Crawford
beat
is number
Pacquiao.
240. Man, that man ain't beat no fucking Pacquiao, man. Stop this shit, man.
He beat
You
the
just-
man
you
that
just
beat
said-
Pacquiao.
No, but
He
you
did.
just listen. You contradicting yourself. Listen. You know why you contradicting yourself? Because you just said Ugas beat Porter for real.
Okay.
So you know that man ain't beat no Pacquiao.
Who ain't beat
He
Pacquiao?
beat Pacquiao.
Jeff
Horn. Yeah, he beat Pacquiao on paper, but y'all know that.
Most people seen Jeff Horn winning that fight, man. We can go
Man,
back and challenge it, but
stop
he
it,
won
man.
the fight.
You can go back and look
And
at
not
that
to
shit.
mention Terence Crawford, did he not beat Kell Brook? And then what Kell Brook do to Porter?
Man, Kell Brook is watching.
You asked me who he beat. You said who he beat. I
No.
told you he beat the man that beat
Yes,
Porter.
he didn't beat nobody. He didn't beat nobody or nobody that was at their peak of their fighting game.
You know what?
He hasn't beat nobody.
Batman.
Why would the fuck listen? Why would you pick Kell Brook? You could have been picked Shawn Porter. You could have been picked what's his name? Keith Thurman, but your fat ass coach kept on downplaying, talking about them niggas ain't got titles, but you go fight fucking Kell Brook. Come on, man, stop playing with me, man.
Did Kell
Stop playing.
Brook beat Shawn Porter? Yes or no?
5 years ago, yes.
So that
The
means
fuck you
Shawn
talking
Porter.
about,
So
man?
that means
Stop this shit, man.
Shawn
I don't
Porter.
care.
So that
That
means
shit,
Shawn
that was a
Porter
good-
can never
he didn't
ask
fight that.
Terence Crawford
He
who he
didn't
beat.
fight
He
that.
beat the
He
man
didn't
that
fight
beat him.
that.
He beat the man that beat him, bro.
So man, listen, man, he beat the man who beat him when he looked like some shit, man. Stop this shit, man.
Did he not
Man,
beat
man,
the
for
man
real,
that
dog. I
beat
know-
him? Did he not? That's all I'm
No,
saying.
no, he ain't beat that. He ain't beat that same man. He ain't beat that same man. So stop that shit.
So let
he
me
ain't
say
beat
this.
that
Now,
same man.
here's the thing. Now, some
He
people
ain't
say,
beat that man.
you say that, right? Because of his weight, right? Now, what if I came to you
Nah,
and said,
I
okay,
say that.
okay. You say that because of Kell Brook, he was at a high weight class?
Listen, nah, I know what you're gonna do. Listen, now go pull up when fucking Earl Smith was weighing in with him, and go put up when Bud Crawford was weighing in with him. They look totally different. They look like two different men.
I
Stop
don't
this
think
shit,
so.
man.
I know
Hey,
it could be.
man,
We've
go
had this.
pull it
Hey,
up.
Batman, you know, we've said this.
Go pull it up.
We've said this a million
No,
times. I can tell you. I
Netflix
can make a case
think-
for Kell Brook coming off the Gennady Golovkin 2 weight classes,
all right, but that's
medical extensions, and that was I could
he
make an
had
argument
2
that
years
was
to
a work
come off that before he fought. He had
Before he
2
fought who?
years to recover from that.
before he fought who?
I mean, 18 months. 18 months because they got like 4 extensions before he had to fight Earl Smith. But now,
but he wasn't.
but
prepared
now,
to finish
no,
one.
no,
he wasn't prepared.
no.
He said it. They denied his
no,
last
but
extension.
now,
They denied his last
but
extension.
now,
He didn't
let's
put one of
go.
them against Terence Crawford. He didn't put not one medical
Let's
extension.
go. He was trying to get back on top of the fucking game. What the fuck? He was pressed to get back on top of the game, but he was
Bro,
washed
you
up.
do realize that Kell Brook was already having a problem making weight before Shawn Porter. He
No.
messed with, you forgot Carson Jones, he fought him at a catch weight before Porter.
No,
So if
Go
you
back.
want to make it a weight, he
Go
was already
back.
struggling with weight. But in the
all right,
case with
but
Bud
once you
Crawford,
put up,
he had a
listen,
long
you
ass
got a
training
computer
camp.
in front of you, right?
Yeah.
Do you got the computer in front of you?
What did you want me to know?
Pull up a picture when he was weighing in
Bro,
against
they all look
Earl
drained
Smith.
before the weigh-in. I'm not gonna put no picture of Kell Brook weighing
Man,
in. They
that's
all
what
look
I'm
drained.
saying.
They all look
You
drained.
just want to. No, you want to
How
go
did
back.
Earl Spence look at the UK weigh-in?
Now,
How did Earl look? How did Earl look?
Now,
Earl looked like he was
now
sunk
let's
in
go
at
look.
that fight.
Listen. No, he didn't. Now let's
What?
go look. Earl. Now let's go look at that weigh-in and go look at Terence Crawford weigh in. I bet you that man looked like he was sick. He looked like he was dying in that weigh in.
If that's the case, Batman, then why did he come over here llooking for the fight? It was no one. Hold on. It was Kell Brook.
He was gone out of boxing.
Bro, how was he gone out of boxing? He moved. He still had a promoter and everything.
He moved up, and nobody wasn't talking about no Kell Brook after Earl beat him. Was nobody talking about Kell Brook after Earl beat him?
Hold on, my brother Mike Rhyme in that super chat, man. Salute to my brother Mike, man. Mike say, look, man, Porter took gravy off the pork chop a long time ago, and he has been going smotherless his last 3 fights. Don't get scared now. You ain't been going smotherless? What you mean he been going smotherless? Because he was too afraid to go to the inside with Ugas, so he tried to stay to the outside, which he got beat up every time he went on the inside. And his last fight was against Sebastian Bummella. You know what I'm saying? So why we counting that? And before that, he lost to Earl.
Ain't nobody counting him
his work against Earl. Huh?
Ain't nobody counting against Sebastian. The only person he counted. All right, but he beat Sebastian. He beat Sebastian up. All right, cool.
I mean, who ain't gonna beat Sebastian? But my
point is, ain't nobody counting that shit.
But look,
no.
Let me say this.
He looked good against Earl Smith. He looked tremendous against Earl Smith. You acting like if Shawn lose, but if he lose a close fight, he still ain't done. What is he talking about?
Who else he gonna fight? Who else you want to see him fight?
Ain't no. I mean, he'd be a good fight for Jerron Ennis.
I say he'll be food for Ennis and Virgil. I don't deny that. I agree with that. I said that 100 times. I say, he gonna be Virgil food. He gonna be Boots food. I said that.
Man, Virgil not that good to me, so I probably got Shawn beating Virgil.
So who elite has Shawn beat?
What you mean? Who I said Danny and
But Danny wasn't an elite welterweight.
What you mean? Danny fought keeping loss. It was a close fight. What are you talking about?
I guess all of his losses were close fight. He lost to Keith, Shawn, and Earl.
Earl beat the shit out of him. Stop.
So
that wasn't no close
Danny
fight.
Ain't all these people Danny beating is Danny is Granados is in them. What makes him elite?
But I understand that.
Watering down elite, bro. Like elite.
I understand that. So Bud Crawford beat the same type of fighters that fucking that Danny Garcia beat. What are you talking about?
So did Danny Garcia beat somebody who beat Manny Pacquiao?
Man, that man ain't beat Manny Pacquiao, dog.
That, bro.
Man,
but look, let me go back to this Kell Brook thing with you real quick, though. Because you always say that those things about Kell. But one thing you always
he fought Kell fucking too late, dog. Why he ain't chase Kell with but right? Listen, right? He didn't have to go after Jeff Horn. He was the WBC, he was the IBF, he was the WBA and WBO champion, right?
Hey, dog, they haven't.
Hold on. No.
They haven't wanted to fight him the whole time that he's been there. What makes you think that a belt with a cinch in your body would have made a difference?
Yes, it would have, because they would have had. Listen, it's in the rule book, dog. No, it's in the rule book. The champion from the next weight class.
Which sanctioning body you talking about? Because they all got different rule books. So which one you talking about?
The WBC.
So
you can go straight up and challenge the.
Oh, so Gary can move right up and challenge the WBC champion.
He put the paperwork in, but motherfucking about time he put the paperwork in.
Oh, they gotta approve it.
He put the paperwork in, right?
Oh,
he put the paperwork in, but Bob Erm had put the paperwork in for the Oscar Valdez and what's his name?
Bro, I hear what you're saying. Oscar Valdez and what in his last fight?
Oscar Valdez and the other and the dude who had the belt, who he beat the belt from. Burchell. But the WBC turned it down because he said Bob Erm had already put his paperwork in for that fight.
So if Bob couldn't get it for Oscar, what makes you think so sure that Crawford would have moved up and got his shot?
You say, Bob? No. Bob did get it for Oscar. What are you talking about?
So
Oscar got the belt.
Okay.
Oscar wasn't. Listen to this. Oscar wasn't even in the WBC. How he become the mandatory?
Facts.
He was a WBO. He was a WBO champion. But that's
you
here or there.
You gotta have a promoter that's willing to do something like that for you, right?
That's here or there. But
So
I'm just
now,
saying. I'm
now,
talking
one
about
thing I know,
no.
one thing I know
I
about
know
the
if you the
WBC,
champion.
one thing I know
Listen,
about
if you
the WBC rules, they make sure they put in their rules. It has to be acceptable to each fighter's network. Like meaning that
no. The champion from the champion from the next weight class can challenge the next champion.
he can, but it still got to
He's
get
just
approved.
going to have to take the 70-30.
But the
That's all.
no, the WBC is not going to approve it if they on.
But it got to be approved.
No,
Listen,
hold on, Batman. Hold on, let me just get this in.
It got to be it's like a mandatory.
No, bro, the WBC
It's like a
don't
mandatory.
move like that,
Once,
bro. They're gonna take the order from the promoters.
Once
they
the
gonna wait for the
WBC,
they gonna
man,
wait for the,
they just is about to do it. They just is about to do it to the nigga 122 that just moved up was about to fight Gary, but his shit still fucked up.
If that's the case, why we got Devin Haney still sitting back and can't get a mandatory? Why he can't get Ryan Garcia and JoJo?
Because none of them niggas. Because
the promoters ain't backing
don't want to take it.
You want to make it like the sanctioning body got all of the power to tell promoters what to do. Dog, they don't work that way. If the WBC doesn't know that, hold on, let me just say this. Hold on. The WBC knows that they don't got Al Heyman's side and Bob Arum's side on the same page. They're not going to tell him to move up and go get a shot. It don't work that way, bro.
No,
they gotta
get
everybody else on board. They not going. The WBC gonna strip rules.
It's like a mandatory, dog. They will strip the champion. If you don't want to fight him, you want to get stripped.
It's not acceptable to the networks and the promoters.
They just did it with Bud. Then the WBO just mandated that, and it's going to go to purse bid. Mandated Shawn and
And you don't think Bob Arum had nothing to do with that? You don't think Bob Arum had nothing to do with that?
But if
you don't think Bob Arum had anything to do with that?
I don't know who had something to do with it.
Oh, you just think the WBO just caught religion and just wanted to give Bud a fight all of a sudden?
Why? So why would he do that? Listen, why would he mandatory that and he ain't even want to pay Shawn Porter?
Did Shawn Porter get $4 million? So clearly he wanted to pay Shawn Porter.
Before the WBO did that, he was trying to pay Shawn Porter $1 million.
The WBO ain't pay him shit. They just did a split. But where did the money come from?
I ask you this.
Where the money come from, Batman?
Before the WBO got involved, when Kenny Porter went over there, he was trying to give Shawn Porter what?
1.5, 2 million, somewhere around there. Mm-hmm.
No, he was trying to get Shawn. He said Shawn Porter is not worth no more than $1 million.
But he also said to come on and sit down and talk about some back end money with me in that same breath. Don't chop the sentence in half.
Kenny Porter went over there. Kenny Porter said the man said he's not talking to him.
So where did the money come from?
The WBO jumped in and said, "Look,
I want you to answer that question."
The WBO. Listen, I'm about to give you the whole. I'm giving you the whole rundown.
You're giving me the split. You're giving me the split, but tell me where the money came from.
No, I'm giving you the rundown. The WBO jumped in and said, "Look, we mandating Shawn Porter versus Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford don't take this fight. What's going to happen to Terence Crawford? He's going to get stripped. He's going to get stripped of his title."
You don't think Bob Arum had nothing to do with that?
All right, but his man gonna get stripped.
Where did the money come from?
The money came from Bob Arum.
So you just hold on, because you contradicting yourself now. You just sat
I'm not contradicting myself.
You are contradicting yourself. You just sat here and told me that they were forced into that. Bud Crawford was forced into this. Hold on, and that Bob Arum did not want to pay Shawn Porter. But I told you he gave him $4 million, and you said it was the WBO. The WBO. I'm like, the WBO just.
I didn't say the WBO. I said the WBO mandated it. He ain't want to give Shawn Porter no $4 million. He knows.
So
Eddie Hearn or fucking Triller. Eddie Hearn or fucking Triller.
Let him go to Triller then.
No, Eddie Hearn or fucking Triller was going to take that fight.
So why didn't he just give it to Triller?
Because they saying how everybody wants to fight. They think everybody gonna buy this fight.
So
they see the
telling
shit.
me so what you
So
what you telling me is that these two that Bob Arum all of a sudden woke up and said, "Oh my God, this fight is going to sell. Let me throw $10 million in it." That's what you telling me.
That's what I'm telling you. Because people
just said his comments about how he was losing all of this money from Crawford.
When Eddie Hearn started
Just a month ago, he was talking about he losing money in Beverly Hills. He could build
it was just about to go to. Dog, it was just about to go to purse bid. It was just about to go to purse bid. Who put in for it not to go to purse bid?
Both sides.
Huh?
Both sides.
Okay then. Okay then. So now
they ain't paid a
both
dime.
sides put
it's
in.
all Bob Arum paying the money.
That's what I'm saying. Both sides put in, and Bob Arum put the money up because he knew Eddie Hearn and fucking Triller was about to come in and try to take their fight.
So you telling me then Terence Crawford must be worth a lot of money then, right? The free market.
I don't know I never said Terence Crawford was worth.
You said
how much he was worth.
Bob Arum wasn't trying to pay Shawn Porter and all this, but he gave him $4 million.
I know this fight worth something. I know this fight worth something because it's booming all over the fucking internet.
Terence Crawford is a star. We know he's a star. You ain't got to tell everybody talk about him.
That man ain't no star. He's the star. He's been sold out.
How many videos you think daily I made about Terence Crawford?
I don't know how many videos you made. I'm telling you.
No, I said not me. No, I'm saying in general, in the whole, you know Terence Crawford is the hottest name in boxing like right now, right? Like what you telling me?
Not. He wanted the hottest name in boxing is Canelo Alvarez, dog. Stop this shit, man.
No, he got
Canelo
the
or
fan base.
dog.
The hottest name right now is Bud Crawford.
All right, the hottest name
People
is
can't
Canelo
go
Alvarez.
more than 2 days without talking about this man.
If I go
look, his career better than most, and you don't even like him.
If I go look at any video, Canelo Alvarez got the most views on all the videos.
He has the bigger fan base. But the point I'm making,
okay, then he's the hottest name.
Who most people can't go more than 2 days without talking about? Terence Crawford, bro.
Now, Terence
Boxing
Crawford.
is slow. You track every. Come on, man. You know damn well. You know Crawford so well because you've talked about him so much. You know everything.
I don't talk about that man
Crawford,
so
don't
much.
You probably
talk about
who
it when
he fought.
come on your
no,
show.
Batman. You know who he fought. Right?
I only talk about it, man, when I come on your show.
No. Do you know who he fought? Do you know his resume?
Who? Yeah, I know his resume.
Okay, now let me ask you this.
I know a lot of people's resumes.
All right, cool. So you know Terence Crawford's resume, right? Now let me ask you this: do you know? Let me give you a fighter. You know Julian J. Rock Williams' resume?
Yeah, I know J. Rock resume.
But you know his resume. Know his resume.
What you mean? I know a couple of fighters he fought, just like I know a couple of fighters Terence Crawford fought.
You know his 135, 140. You can go to Gamboa. You can go to Ugas. You can go to Postal. You know this stuff like the back of your.
Hey, Ugas.
You have debated this,
ain't
bro.
Fight no Ugas.
And the reason you know so much about him, bro, because you know he is who he is. You hear his name so much.
No, he's not.
Oh,
he's not.
Man.
He's no.
Try to fake like he ain't no stop.
Listen, no. Why you know why I know his resume? Because when I dispute against niggas like you, I need to know. I need to know the information.
But why you always disputing it? But why you always debating it? Because his name
he
is hot.
He hasn't put his O on the line against nobody yet.
He brings the passion, Batman. He brings the passion out of you, man. And you know he do. You know he bring that passion out of you. Because he's a star.
No, he don't. He's not a star. Where at? The only time he's a star.
Are you looking forward to this fight? Are you looking forward to this fight?
The only time he was a star is when his name was connected to Earl Smith.
How? Bro,
that's the only time a nigga was talking about Bud Crawford.
That's
then,
true,
and then,
bro, you forgot Bud was on the scene before there was an Earl. You forgot?
And he hasn't did nothing.
Earl was passed. But hold on.
Earl came on the scene and
Bud had belts before anyone knew who Earl's name was.
And Earl came on the scene and passed him.
How?
Earl came on the scene and passed him.
Whose eyes? What? Because he's popular? That means he surpassed him?
Yes.
Popularity don't mean you surpassed him, bro. Is Earl going to the Hall of Fame? Bro, Terence Crawford is a Hall of Famer, bro. How you gonna disrespect that man? Like, who cares?
There's a lot of niggas Hall of Famers that
boxing purists cares.
There's a lot of niggas
that's eliminate the Hall of Fame. Who cares?
So,
that's the highest honor in boxing.
Man, name one person that's on his list that makes him a Hall of Famer.
The fact that he's a full belt holder in the full belt era.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
I told you
that's
Ricky
the only
Burns.
thing.
I told you Ricky Burns. I told
Ricky
you
Burns
Ricky
ain't going to no fucking Hall of Fame,
bro,
man.
let me ask you this.
He's not going to no Hall of Fame, man.
What 3 division champion has Shawn beat? What 3 division champion? If it's so easy,
man,
why is these dudes career
you
welterweights?
can Shawn Porter beat
Bro,
Ricky
you
Burns?
giving
Fuck
the easy,
yeah.
you giving the
Shawn
easy way
Porter
out,
beat,
man. You giving them the easy way out.
listen,
These dudes don't move up in weight.
I'm not giving no easy way. You talking about the
These
three?
are
Go
career
look at Ricky Burns' fucking resume, man. Stop playing with me, man.
Is he a 3-division champion? Is he a 3-division champion?
I don't care.
Oh, you don't care about
I don't
that.
care who he
You don't
fight.
care about moving up and
Who he
challenging
fight?
yourself in weight. He
Who
fought
he
bigger
fight?
fighters. Bigger fighters. Has
Who
Shawn
he
Porter
fight?
fought bigger fighters.
Who he
Bigger,
fight?
2 divisions up, bigger fighters.
Who he fight? Who he fight? Name somebody on his resume that you can say, damn, that was a hell of a bad one.
Bigger fighters. Shawn Porter
that's
has
all you
moved
can
up
say.
one class
That's all
and
you
fought the
can say.
leader.
Just like your man.
Because at the
Just
end
like
of the
your
day,
man,
Batman,
Terence Crawford.
I don't let people diminish moving up in weight. You think it's nothing. You think it's easy.
Man.
But these dudes ain't moved
I don't
up
think
in
it's
years.
easy.
But
I
not
just
one,
know.
not Sean,
I just know.
not Sean, not
Listen,
Earl,
I
not
just
Keith.
know.
Salute to Danny for at least
I
him
just
moving
know.
up. You know what I'm saying? These dudes don't move
I
up.
just
I don't
know.
give these that credit like that, man. They don't move up.
I just know that but Earl ain't